Yeah, folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to our Saturday live stream, where we're going to shake things up and play something new. Something I haven't played at all, haven't seen a video, barely even checked the Steam, screenshots, but just based on the description, I thought, this is something I think I need to try. We are trying Of Life and Land today, a tiny little indie game. Started by a solo dev in Switzerland. Eventually got another couple of people on their team. Backed originally by a very small Kickstarter campaign. And looking kind of awesome. Made in Godot, which we love to see. Nice little indie game dev engine that a lot of great things have already been made in. Brotato is probably the game I have the most hours in that was made in Godot, but we've played a few others. Godot's sort of a more sort of open source, free community thing, similar to Unity. And in particular, excels in 2D. It does 3D as well. It doesn't have like super fancy extra shaders, but based on the screenshots I've seen over here, this game is a 3D game. They've gone for like that low poly kind of more iconified look to things, which I think is going to work really well. Gorgeous main menu, great music that people are commenting on. I'm really excited to try this. It might be garbage. I have no idea. I haven't played it at all, but the Steam reviews are very positive. So it seemed like a good one to take a look at. And then we'll see what people... Yeah, Brotato is made in Godot. Yeah, that Brotato was one of the first commercial games that that came out that was like, wow, this is made on Godot, an earlier version. I mean, works great and worked great for lots of things, and it's really enjoyable to work in. I really do want to do some more Godot content at some point, but we'll see. What else do I want to address? No RimWorld, probably today and tomorrow. Unfortunately, I had like a million conflicting scheduling things. Yesterday morning, I did sit down to start recording some RimWorld, and it was like, my head's not quite in the right place for it. So I ended up recording Liberal Crime Squad instead, and recorded like 5 episodes. Like, I could have done some RimWorld yesterday, but I just couldn't get in the right headspace. I'm like, because I started recording, I got like 5 minutes into an episode. I'm like, this is crap. This is crap. We'll just come back when our head's, more in the mood for it. Sorry, waiting for Godot. Heyo. So yeah, so there's gonna be there's Liberal Crime Squad earlier this morning. I'm gonna release 2 episodes of it today and the day after, just to make sure there's still YouTube content. Yeah, it'll be a little pause in the RimWorld. But yeah, had saved them buns. Oh yes, the buns in Liberal Crime Squad, absolutely. And then this morning I was baking. I was making these collages, these Czech and Slovakian little pastries. Gonna go visit my parents this evening. So I want to bring a little something. Let's quickly read the resubs, and then we'll jump into the game without any further delay. We've got LOL Nutshot, who started us off today with a 64th month resub. Tracy Bluth RIP is at 137 months. Draconium's at 61 months. Cripson is at 50. Fletcher Reed 109. This is an underrated prime number. Elf Siren's at 102. Weird Darkness is at 72 months. That's a 6-year Twitchiversary, right? And says, microwaves with add 30 seconds are better than the ones that only have add 1 minute. Not everything needs to be nuked for an entire minute. Also, hi, Quill. Yeah, I'm annoyed. My microwave has like the 30-second quick cook. But it doesn't actually add 30 seconds when it's already going. You can mash it like several times to add 30 seconds at a time and then hit start, which is the other thing that's annoying me. If it's quick cook, it should be like you click it, it should set it for 30 seconds and start instantly, and then let you keep mashing to add some time. See, I have UI complaints about my home appliances. Tristal Imundo, I think. There's a little I in there. At 50 months with a resub. Reg Cooper's at 137 months. Dreadful Red's at 41. MGZ Shonix is at 128 months. This has finally hit 7 months. I'm a little confused. Or Shonix is. Oh, man. Caven is at 78 months. And Arrow Engineered coming in just now at 108 months with the resub. Thank you very much for that. All right. Oh, Demonax, see, are you agreeing with me? It's literally not quick cook if it's not a 1-button start. Yes, I have many microwave UI complaints. Yes. There is... Did I see this on... Was this on Technology Connections? channel, or is it another one? I feel like it was on the Technology Connection channel. They made a YouTube video that was like, why do you never see a commercial for a microwave? And it's like, yeah, why not? Turns out like 99% of all microwaves are all made by the same company off the exact same design in every single way whatsoever. The only difference is sort of the front end that people slap on it for the final thing. Yeah, so it really does come down to the UI for your choice of microwave. Unfortunately, sure, I will not Eurovision today. This is the first time in years that we don't follow up our Saturday live stream with a Eurovision live reaction show. Unfortunately, I have conflicting scheduling things this weekend. I am super sad because it is one of the highlights of the year for me, streaming that, with people, but not this year. All right, let's get started. I have a suspicion the music might be a little loud. Let me know. You need me? Maybe I'll bring it down just a scoochum. Well, what was interesting here, oh yeah, on the sound, it actually defaulted the streamer mode on. That was kind of interesting. So far the music's fine. Okay, I'll bring it down just a little, because I feel like I'm having to kind of yell over it in this way. If I'm a little bit more quiet, it'll be okay. All right, just continue, but there's no continue. It's a new game. I don't know, I'll hit start new game. So I think there are a number of different worlds to start in. We'll just start in the base one, Kurzovan. This game, originally when it was doing the Kickstarter funding, was called Circle of Kurzovan, which is still the company name. But I guess I'll just pick the start one. Start a new game and support House Kurzovan. Alien of Kurzovan has been commissioned by the king to develop the almost uninhabited north. If we get in the game and the UI is a little too small, they do have UI scaling, so we'll look at that, but I won't touch it until we're in the game proper. This looks small though. You are her executive hand and manage the newly founded settlement. Your task is to ensure that a place is created that is worth living in. You start the game with 10 settlers on a balanced map. And I think
good that you are
it
here.
said with tutorial, so hopefully that wasn't a button I was supposed to click. I didn't realize it would go as soon as I clicked that. I was assuming I was just selecting it.
I sent for you because I have an important task for you.
Voice acting.
The situation in the southern part of the empire is steadily worsening due to rapid population growth. It becomes more and more difficult for the common people. Farms are cut smaller and smaller because of the division of inheritance, while taxes remain the same or even increase.
There's a big problem in the the French part of Canada with the seigneurie system. Is that what it was? Which is basically that. Like there was a lot of farms which are big enough to be properly self-sustaining and turn a bit of a profit, would then get subdivided, among the sons in inheritance time, and they get to the point where they're too small to actually be properly self-sustaining, and different things had to be tweaked. Yeah, silly inheritance laws. This is why you need you want to get rid of partition system, right? Yeah.
New land can only be gained to a limited extent by clearing or by developing less optimal areas. Even among the nobility, there are more and more descendants who are not entitled to inherit. We are Kurzovan, one of the largest estates in the empire. We still do not have large cities and productive villages, and are therefore insignificant. I would like to change that. I send you north. Explore the region. Be wise and see that the people lack nothing. This way, new settlers will join you, and if you are open and decent to them and their customs, they will stay. Build a community center to consolidate your position in the region, but also take care of your supplies, because the summer is quickly over. Good luck!
Do we get a dwarven caravan in the fall, though? Now, oh, okay, so a little tutorial quest over here, move, zoom, WASD. Okay. One of the things I know about this is the game is very agent-based. You're not controlling anything directly, but all the people, the animals, and all these things have a lot of needs that they're acting on autonomously to try to deal with. And so, I guess a little bit RimWorldy. Open a building menu. Press B key or click on the menu button at the bottom to open the building menu. So that's presumably the building menu over here. All right. Rotating buildings. Buildings have different entries and exits. The white arrows show where they are located. Rotate the building with the R key. Okay, I guess this is what it's recommending. Build a forester's stump. Needs trees or bushes and surrounding. Okay, let's take a look at that. There's a forester's stump. It's got 15 hammers, which I'm wondering if that's just sort of labor time to produce. Builds a small place to procure wood and collect the treasures of the forest. Doesn't take much to get wood, branches, and even mushrooms. Of course, a forest should be nearby. Okay, we do get a little radius for it. And see what I mean? Like, they went with this sort of low poly, kind of more iconified set of visuals. The advantage of taking that route is it can often make things very clear. Oh, I like that we're being told with the placement what would be here. We're not just getting like a percentage. More conifers and bushes. I mean, there's a decent amount of stuff, but I think I will put it off to the side here because it looks like we're getting a decent number of things in general, and it's just a little bit less in the way. So 3 broadleafs in range, 12 conifers, 3 fruit trees, and 18 bushes. Seems good. I can rotate it with R. We can do see the different entrance. Placement buildings. Once you have selected a building, a preview of and various black, green, or orange dots appear. Black means there's nothing useful in the field for this building. Green means there's something useful, and orange indicates that there's something. There is something, but nothing as useful as with a green dot. Okay. I mean, I could move it a little further this way. It actually does get more conifers. And the bushes stay the same. This is 12. This is 14. This is 15. Okay. I'll put it here. All right. Right click to undo. Good. Nice solid UI so far. Yeah, let's go and see what we can do to embiggen the UI. I believe was it under display? There's 3D UI scaling. Let's try 1.3 and then we can always scale back.
Hello, Quill.
Hello.
I'm playing Dwarf Fortress, and having a dwarf within strange mood. They making something with mudstone, stray horsebone, reed cloth, bauxite blocks, gray chalcedonies, and oval cut jaspers.
I wonder what kind of workshop that is. Because it could be wildly different. It's furniture. If it's craft dwarf workshop, this is pretty typical. It'll probably be an amulet or a ring and earring or something. Hang on, are you asking me to build a broadleaf tree? Plant trees near your forester stump. Oh! Plants and fields. There's the broadleaf tree. 0. So 0 labor. Oh, there's a building cost of 2 something, of which I have 150 of. So it looks like I can't place it there with the X, but it looks like I can place it here. There we go. Okay, good. They're suggesting a gardener's shack or gatherer's shack. Builds a shack to store gathered goods and tools. So many goods in nature are just waiting to be picked. We can pick fruits, collect grass to feed animals in barns, or collect and thresh cereal grains. Okay, so this is another collection post. You know what? This seems like a perfectly fine area. Oh, there we go. There's the door that way. Yeah, that seems fine. A garden bed. That's probably under here, right? Garden bed. Great new garden bed. If we take care of the garden, we'll get lots of roots, berries, and some grass. Does this interact with a gathering place? Just tell me to build one right now in this little mini quest. Here, I'll put it here, just across from the entrance to that place, just in case they are... Oh, I can click and drag. Okay, we got green dots and we have less good dots. Kind of want to... Here, let's do that. This is less good, maybe because it's having to clear it. I suspect the ground's just as good for this, but yeah. Now, we do have a lot of construction queued up. Noise me, the trees have to be planted manually rather than use a forester. Yeah, I wonder, maybe there is a building to replant. I mean, certainly there were some trees already here. So we'll see what it's like to interact with these things. Oh, we even get to see what these trees have. Leaves, branch, raw wood. There's our little stump. And there you go. Our characters are named after Twitch. We got Iggy Light. We've got Bitter Ashes. We've got Moriarty. We've got MGZ Shanix. Esoteric Fish. Did they name the sheep? Nope. The sheep are just named sheep. The Starfight LP. Lil Vic. Shira. Devout Chocoholic. Eurastus. How lovely is that? Twitch integration, baby! Again, once again, I'm asking Paradox to add Twitch integration to mostly Crusader Kings, because that would be awesome. Automatic names, and I really want to have people vote on decisions. You can name the sheep. There's a little edit. Hey? We can call the sheep Shogun. There we are. But they don't get auto-name from Twitch, which I think is fair. Okay, ooh, are people cold? Ooh, are you very cold? Freezing. We need some shelters for you. But we're still waiting for some of these things to get built, unless you're waiting for the resources. Oh, you're looking for food out just in the wild, huh? Penning material branches. Now, presumably this collects... Oh, we can... yes, we can prioritize. Okay. I mean, theoretically, it'll happen eventually. Do these need branches as well? You know, I might go and cancel some of this. Yeah. Maybe free up a little bit of material at the same time. Tell you what, I will go and just do these two for a moment. Oh yeah, and you can use your chat to display emotes above your named characters. Yes, I do have that option turned on. So if you have a named character, allow emotes to influence the game. Some commands change how happy or energetic a person is in the game. 9 unemployed, although presumably they are helping to build things if the materials are here. Iggy Light is working at the forest or something. I wonder if I should get a second forester stump. Because that's clearly being a little bit bottlenecky here. Can I prioritize the construction? Okay, that's nothing. Follow the target. Oh, priority. High priority. Make sure the gathering shack gets built next. Oh, they're trying to get to 10 wood before they do the others. Okay, what if we... There we go. Let's do this. Bring the branches up. Oh, there we go. You can speed up. Who's sad? Bitter Ashes is sad. Or maybe that was an emote from you. There you go. Starting to get the branches. What is this button? Oh, that's to pause. Okay. Oh, they're going to construct these first, I think, because they needed less. European hare steals from food crate. What? Kill the wabbit! Kill the wabbit! My God, look at all the stats that are on the... Oh, scare him away. Look at all the stats that are available for this. They've got need tiers? Leporide, European hare, mating season. Wow, there's actually a shocking amount of details in this game. All right, you're waiting for a couple more branches, which are here now. Sorry you're all cold, people. Are you sleeping under the tree? Who's this? Oh, that's Shinix. Sleeping under the tree. That's really cute. There you go. I suspect this is about to get built here. Or the construction part of it will start building. There we go. Lovely. Okay, I'm going to reset the priorities here. You're nearly done getting the logs anyway. But there we go. We have this gathering hut, which is currently no workers. I'm assuming they'll get around to it because there's a bunch of unemployed people. Okay, simple stonemason. Build simple stonemason near a quarry or next to rocks on the floor. I mean, over here there's 5, 7 stone, but I think there's just some stone on the ground. I suppose the quarry is a field of some type, is there? Unless it's something you build later? I mean, there's a lot of stuff that comes here. All right, I guess I'll just put it down over here. 7 stone seems to be the most that we can get with our current situation. Wait, Well, that's interesting. Oh, it's not a full radius. The distance goes further in the direction the arrows point. Whiskey and chocolate notification broken. I don't think so. We got another one. Cool Man's came through. Oh, Aku did tip. It doesn't come up unless on the screen unless it's 5. Just something I said ages ago, just to try to lower the chance of getting too much visual spam. But Aku did ask, which came first, the forester or his stump? Well, in this case, it's clearly the stump. We didn't hire the forester until afterwards. The dwarf made a horsebone shield. Oh, nice. Nice, Cool Man. I actually had considered maybe doing a dwarf fortress today, because it has been a little while. It's like a dried riverbed. I'm hoping we can get these crates indoors at some point. But we'll see what the next quest line is. Ooh, we have a journal entry as well. As dawn breaks, you and your little expedition reach a breathtaking hilly area. You can feel it in your bones. This is the place where you build a new settlement. Now it's time to put the promise of good life into practice. Who knows? Maybe you're about to found one of those important settlements in the Empire. So are there employees here? No. Look at all these stats. Growth phase, nutrients. No water, no life as far as we know, but it looks like this good soil and the hydration is currently good. I wonder if there's aqueducts and things in this game for later. Okay, so we finished that, so that's going to get built. You got some workers in there too. Good, good, good. Okay, next tutorial step. Activate the temperature overlay. To activate the overlay, click on the icon at the bottom right of the screen next to the overview map. Presumably right here. So we are very early spring right now, and it does look like it's quite frigid. There's no mouse over telling me the temperature, but it's looking cold. All right, fair enough. Let's look at the water overlay. There you go, nice and wet here with all the rivers. Maybe we didn't actually put our garden beds in the ideal place. We can move things and we'll see. We're just going through the basic tutorializing. The dirt overlay. So, I mean, it's a couple of green spots over here, but otherwise kind of gray. All right. Select something from the drop-down menu next to the map. Right here, ooh. Show me all the bunnies. Look at the bunnies. Yeah, so I think nature must be the default map mode. Okay, we can tuck that away. Change the names. Click on the name of your settlement to change it. Oh, where is my settlement? Valley? All right. Belgium. Brussels. Petra. What's your settlement name? Calling up the overview. Open the faction window by clicking on the number of settlers or by pressing F. So presumably right here, faction data. People are stealing from my food crate. There we go. There's all of our current population. Lovely. There's a product. Oh, so this is them leveling up. And we did see, like, we've got multiple tiers of people. They're going to unlock more needs. I would like to work less than 51 hours a week. What kind of communist hippy-dippy bullshit? Less than 51 hours a week? I can't believe it. What an unreasonable request. Anyway, let's build some houses. Straw hut. Even though it's a wonderful spring, the weather afflicts us. Build a straw hut to protect us from the weather conditions and give us a comfortable sleeping place. I guess that sounds fine. Straw hut. Not very comfortable, at least it offers accommodation and space for personal belongings for 2 people. Okay, we do have 10 people, all homeless right now. So really what we want is 5 huts. Let's make a little, almost like a little village square over here. Here, I'm gonna go and displace that tree. So we're gonna get 5 huts. That'll be enough to house all of our current people. And a little open area here. I don't know if this layout makes any sense whatsoever for this game, but I think that's gonna look pretty, so I will do it. Now, we did check the temp overlay before. And what I'm hoping is once these buildings get up, they'll show a different temperature sort of internally. Plus, if we can build like a community campfire or something over here, that might also be something useful. In fact, we can. Cozy place where your people can eat, drink, tell stories, and have a good time together. So my thought is building it in the middle here, which it's not actually going to be middled. on. Cancel these two. You know what? Hang on. I will actually place it down. I'm betting the tutorial is going to make me do this next. I'm going to lower the priority, though. So these houses get built first. Shogun the sheep just stole from the food crate. Shogun might get converted to mutton soon. We will see. Let's just build these and then put the campfire here, and then we can... I don't know, maybe I'll make a row of houses here. Maybe I'll put a, you know, pair or trio or something here. We'll see. We'll just build these and see what comes up. Yeah, let's increase the speed. ×2. Okay. Wow. There's like so many number keys, right? I'm so used to so many games are like 1, 2, 3 for your speed controls, right? Normal, fast, fastest. But here it's like 1 is 0.1 speed, 0.2, 0.3, 0.5, 1x. Just going fast. Let's go at 0.5 speed. There we go. Okay, a hut is up. And 2 residents, 0 upgrades. Okay, so no one's moved in yet, but I'm assuming they will do. So these are the upgrades. It doesn't give a name to this. It's just called bonus sleep +5. Leads to more restful sleep. Upgrade available. Which is maybe a better roof. Bonus comfort +10. Yearly cost. So maintain probably a better roof. This looks like we get some maybe proper sheets and blankets. +1 pet space. Share a home with your pet. Oh my god, your people can have pets? That's great. Okay, so that's suggesting build a road. Roads increase the movement speed of your settlers. Okay. So, looks like we can get a mud street right now. Let me go ahead and build the road that goes down all the way to here. It is replacing some of the tiles that are there, but let's do that. Protection from the cold and weather. Use the building menu to find out how to produce firewood. I like that the tutorial here is not telling you how to do something, it's telling you how to figure out how to do something. But, okay, so, I mean, this is the building menu, presumably. Ooh, you can toggle the expanded info here. Oh, that's kind of handy. But I was thinking there would be a search or something for firewood. But, I guess, probably the sawing place. Need source of raw wood, for example, from a forester's stump. Through chopping and sawing, the raw wood is processed into planks or firewood. If there was a way to search for it, I don't know. But let's go and put this near the little wood chopping spot. And then I guess we'll need rough rags as well, which I'm assuming rudimentary tailoring. There you go. If I do that, reduces basic clothes, rough rags. You know, I put it here. We might have our little workspace area. Did you see the fun fact on sawmills? Do other buildings like the sawing place? Oh, fun fact. Although sawmills were already known to Romans, the knowledge got lost and only resurfaced in the High Middle Ages. Alas, then by hand. Theft! Another wabbit. Oh! Oh, look at our people! Are you singing? Who's this? Iggy Light, I think, is singing a song. And the others are listening. They're all complaining a little bit about the cold. Ooh, yeah, this did not alleviate all the heat problems. Has anyone moved in? Yep. So who's living together? Iggy Light and Eurastus and Shonix and Lilivek. And then we're still waiting on that house, and yeah, we'll build some more so that everyone does have one. One person's right by the fire. Yeah, this person is really... That's Shonix over here. They're really cold all the time. Where are some of these checked off? Important to relax from time to time. Well, maybe this need is currently being satisfied, even though it's not being asked for. And we don't have a bathhouse, but you're probably clean right now because it's the start of a game. So your needs are, you want to eat. Yep. Light protection. You want to own a home to fill the need. I think Shonix is one of the people who does have a home, but they probably just haven't visited it yet. Yeah, you want some rags to be able to be warm. Rags or better. You don't want to freeze or burn to death. You want to be healthy. Okay. Well, we're working towards it. I guess no one's working at all right now, which is why all this is just idle. Piece of speed. I think people are going and foraging for their own food. And yeah, some people are going to be sleeping outside. Well, I'm sorry I didn't get all the houses done. I'm betting if we weren't sort of taking it easy reading the tutorial and we just like flop down a bunch of things maybe a little sooner and played with some priorities maybe. I don't know. We are grabbing supplies from over here. Tons of water, mushrooms, bread. Okay, yeah. So maybe they don't have to forage that much. It does look like people forage, but we've clearly got some food currently set up. I like how, like, yeah, all the plants have so many different stats going on. You tore down your house after you got soft locked trying to harvest rough rags. Oh. Maybe what I should do is make sure to prioritize the tailoring table so it gets built before some of these others. Well, no, I mean, this is just grass, branch, and raw wood, so we should be able to all get this created, I think. I don't know. I mean, if this is anything like a banished or something, we'll have to restart several times as we figure out the process, because it's really easy to get yourself completely borked. Ah, there, Soarlane Well over on YouTube says, this game has a banished feel with a going medieval look. Yeah. Well, Hoppy Valley would be fun with all the wabbits. Okay, go faster. Go faster. Waiting until people are up again and work once again restarts. And music's good, and this is with the stream safe music mode. We don't even have the full musical score available. All right, wakey wakey, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. There's the sunrise. All right, people are getting back to work. They're complaining about the cold. We'll try to get these rags started. We still have 6 homeless with 4 unemployed. There'll be someone working here. There'll be someone working here. Oh, that's a road. I thought it was a dried riverbed, but this is our mud road. Okay. And I think, yeah, more than one person is very cold right now. We're getting warned about here. So the slime place already got built. I did put the high priority, but it might have been a shortage of material. Okay, that's fine. All planks, firewood, firewood. Why is this in here? Oh, this would be firewood from branches as opposed to firewood from raw things. Okay. I mean, we specifically have to request for some firewood. But I think I might let them make the planks first, because we might need it for other construction, so it might be nice to have it ready. And we don't need much more for the tailoring table. Looks like you blocked the woodcutters, nothing's getting done. I think so? Like this, the stump, you mean, for the woodcutter? Someone's clearly doing something. I do wonder if we should have a second one of these. That upgrades available too. Like it says 0 of 4 upgrades. I don't see where the upgrades screen is. Like for the house, it was just there. Oh, no, there they are. More storage. Collection speed +1. Yearly cost 20 branches. I'll just pick up and put down materials quicker. Carrying capacity. Processing speed. I don't know about the stone, although we do have this set up over here. I wonder if it's worth investing in this super early. I don't know. Maybe after the tailoring table gets set up, because we're still waiting for some branches over there. I mean, we do have this first, which actually then means this is then taking it. Okay, let's increase the priority on the branches for a second. I do wonder about having 2 of these, maybe even overlapping. Are you going on a break right now? That is awkward timing. Clothing is a pretty rad concept. I don't know if there's any combat in this game. My vibe is that it's a peaceful game, that it's not a combat-based one, but that's sort of just a vibe and assumption here. Harvesting grain, some other things, so we should hopefully get a trickle of food still coming in. Because I could build another wood gathering place like here or here. I really think I like the idea. Another forester stump. Over there. And yeah, you don't actually need anything to be built. Clothes are for nerds. Free yourself from societal constraints. I like how we're having a debate about the value of clothing. And yeah, I still want to get a couple more houses here. I wonder if I can rotate a house after the fact. Just like have it face this. I kind of like the idea of facing the campfire, but I don't know. Okay, so this is here. And yeah, I might go and make you collect branches first. And then I'm going to put this one back to cutting down trees. I wonder about extending this path. Let's do it. Nice main street being put down. Okay, the first of the firewood has come in. That's good. And then, yeah, here we're still just waiting for a few more sticks, a few more branches. I might put the branch back on a priority over here. I don't know if Iggy's back, but someone is working over here, collecting branches. Okay, that should lead to the construction happening now. Okay, good. So, actually, I will put this one back to cut down trees. Still going to be the idea. I mean, they'll both do both depending on when we hit the maximums, but this way will help push both upwards. I still want to finish this before I put down any more huts. Even though we're getting near the end of the workday. There we go. That's finally up. Lovely. So you mostly try to do it out of grass, but you can do it out of wool if we had any. Eventually, you'd convert the rough rags plus either leather or wool into basic clothes. But for now, the rough rags are going to be enough. Okay, so that'll happen eventually. So then what I think I'm going to do, I don't suppose there's like a copy button. Maybe there's a hotkey. We might have to investigate that. Just because it's often convenient, rather than go through the menus, if you're looking at something you've already got. I think I'm going to go and do this. That'll bring us to enough houses for everyone. They might not get built tonight, though, because we are near the end of the day, unfortunately. This one's sort of the odd person out, but maybe I'll continue it this way, and then we can have the road make a little square around the fire. That might be nice. How do we get more peasants? I have no idea. Softest cookie. Oh, redeem naming game. We are getting naming games automatically right now. I thought I just heard. Didn't I just hear an alert? I don't see anything over on Streamlabs. I'm puzzled. But okay. Oh, 100 Leaf Orchid subscribed. I got... Oh, there it is! Wow, okay, Streamlabs is just really slow to pop up. 100 Leaf Orchid, thank you very much for the sub. Remember, if you're a subscriber on Twitch or the paid member on YouTube or Patreon, then you can link your Discord to those services and it'll invite you to our super exclusive Discord channel. Hey, there's no water here. We need to get some Timberborn going on. Or is there and I just can't see it? Okay, no, now I can see the water. Okay, wasn't a very potent effect. I wonder if there's like water mechanics like in Timberborn here. Like, are we gonna end up building dams and things? So we only have one unemployed right now, which is fine because it does seem. I think they do help with construction. Ooh, achievements. Ooh. We haven't actually gone and explored all of our UI here. Wealth. Negative values mean the menu. Number of days the stored food is expected to last. Yeah, so none right now, but I think it's because we're not properly storing food. We've got tons of food in these bins. Or we did. Maybe we don't anymore. Oh, damn. Maybe we do need more food. Yeah, you do go and work that. Okay. I think I might go... I don't know if there's like a maximum number of things. I could also assign one more worker to employ the last person here. What I need to know is how much food we need to grow. There's the garden bed. We can do a wheat field, too. Lots of roots, berries, and some grass. Growing cereal get collected, threshed, and delivered to the mill. So I'm thinking what we do is we set up the garden bed. Because I think that doesn't require any further processing, just some veg and things. But I suspect wheat is going to be the way we support a bigger population later. So it's Moriarty that's working at the tailoring bench. We don't have any grasses. There is a harvest grass command here. It's quite low, which makes sense compared to, you know, foods and things like that. Mass produce grass and this and this. Okay, so it will happen. Okay, I think I'll leave that there. Since I'm not watching... Oh, no, the stored food, yeah, to get the warning. Since I'm not watching Eurovision Live, unfortunately, this year, I should have done is looked at... Oh, my God, I love the ladder to go up to the roof. I should have checked the performances on the YouTube channel ahead of time so I could at least talk about, you know, who I was into. But I always go into the actual Eurovision event completely blind, which is interesting because sometimes there's some people who are super hyped as a favorite, partially based on, like, their earlier music videos that are published to the YouTube channel. But if you don't know anything and you just base everything on the live performance, sometimes you get a very different vibe. All right, let's boost the speed. Names can't be used for trees. No, I can't rename a tree. That's a shame. That would be fun if we could, though. So yeah, we're gonna need grass to do this. Employees. You know what? I will go and do this. Our last unemployed person, we're going to get them to work at the Gatherer's Shack. I don't know if that'll mean they won't be doing any construction. But I kind of feel like this might need a little bit of a boost. Yeah, naming is automatic. You don't have to redeem the name in game on this particular go. There's Twitch integration, so all of our people are getting automatically named. Only from Twitch chat, because it's the only one with the integration. Sorry, YouTube people. Always just log into the Twitch and keep it playing in the background or something. Alright, let's go faster here as we burn through the night. What is that symbol? Oh, you're cold. Well, you're wandering out at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I wonder if you're just someone who went to sleep early? Why? You're just on pure wander mode. Who is this? You're just going for a walk. You're going to a position. You work at the stonemasons. Wait, is this... Oh, is this probably... Is this the path they're about to walk? I wonder if they're just on... Oh, no, that's the path they have walked. Oh, no, you're going picking berries. Probably supplying yourself with some food. Okay. Yeah, I guess if no one's... I guess... Okay. I'll fire bitter ashes and uncheck this. There you go. Go back to unemployed because we do need someone to actually finish the construction, I'm realizing. Ooh, the fire is out. Ooh! Grill meat, get bread, get fruit, get vegetables. Oh, so some people are working at the campfire. Now, other than using firewood to grill, because I thought, oh, maybe you need firewood to keep this going. I mean, maybe that's still the case, I don't know, but don't see it in that list. And then you are sawing planks. I guess Moriarty's not doing anything here because we don't have the means. I wonder how they're keeping themselves busy. Workload, inventory, interacting with the target. Look at the path. I don't know if that's just them or like it's all the paths that I was sort of following momentarily. Like I'd like to filter to just this. 0 of 2 walks. You're collecting grasses. Okay, so maybe it's possible you collect the grasses even if they weren't available in our stockpile anywhere. A little symbol of presumably missing stuff on top there. Yeah, I know, we're running out of food too. Okay, this has been built. Maybe what I should do is go ahead and rehire someone over here, which means we won't have an unemployed person once again. Hopefully they will hire. They're like, you fired me last time. I guess I can forcibly hire... It was bitter ashes. Number of workspaces. Wait, hold on. Can our people work at more than one place? Because right now everyone's just working at one. Huh. Yeah, let's force that. Yeah, we're supposed to get maybe some grasses from these too. I'm not sure. Oh. Is this too wet? Oh, maybe because it's raining. Not enough drainage, maybe. We need to get like a little rocky layer. And then see, you're here complaining about presumably not enough stuff. I hope we haven't bottlenecked ourselves already. But we'll let it keep chooching along. We'll see what kind of harvest might come out here. Yeah, I don't like the diminishing food stock. I think the fire just lighting itself when it gets darker. Although it's midday right now, so I don't know. Does rain make people upset? I mean, they don't have a RimWorld style sort of needs page, but I'm betting it's probably not helping the temperature gauge. Escort the target from fenced area to freedom. Animal must be enclosed. Okay. Reduce the number of cooks doing nothing. I guess that's true. We could fire... Yeah. Devout Chocoholic. Well, if anyone should work at cooking, it should be Devout Chocoholic, actually. I'll fire that. I guess this is just not going to auto-hire anyone. Well, maybe what I'll do is I'll leave this open just to make sure it happens. That'll free up one worker to maybe go and finish this house, which is also one of the things consuming grasses. I'm wondering, like, I'm following the tutorial, but sometimes in a game, if you just follow the tutorial, sometimes it does lead you to sort of being screwed. Torches warms people in the environment, but takes up more material. I was just wondering if there's like a stockpile, like a good stockpile, and there's not. Should we fish? Angle for fish nearby. Possible to feed the fish in order to attract more. Make sure there's actual fish in the body of water. I don't know how you check. Well, I can physically see some fish over here. I was hoping the fish... Oh, there's fish there. Oh, there's a couple of fish there. And it's all connected, so presumably... Like, I could go all the way up here, but this is closer to our little village. Right? If we put it, say, over here, it's going to have 5 squares to fish from. That's going to take material, and we'll have to put a worker there. That might be okay. And there's definitely some... Must be little idleness that's happening there. Do you not have enough of these places? How do we check the workload of a place? Because when we were hiring a worker, we could see the workload. And you're at 91%. High workload can mean that the lower priority tasks are not checked often. Right, so you can have more than one. But what I was worried about... Okay, is that we'd look here... And the workload would be really low because they were idle a lot. But that doesn't seem to be the case. It looks like they are very active over here. It looks like people just ford across the rivers. It looks like it slows them down ever so slightly. You can clearly build a bridge. You'll probably want one later. I wonder if there's a way to push... Oh, there we go, that's been built. So we could feed fishes. This is paused by default, but if we had flour and vegetables, we could feed them to attract more. So Shira's going to try their hand at fishing. Oh, there's a fish there. Trout. So it'll be interesting to see how this works out. I've seen the game Drop Touch. Yeah, we played it last week. It's really interesting. A couple of UI things that were annoying me greatly, which is mostly a sign of I want to play this game a whole bunch, and therefore these little UI things are a little bit questionable. Felt like remnants of still fast development of early access. It's interesting because they officially took their game out of early access, although they're still not calling it a 1.0 release. But yeah, I think it's quite strong. Is the stone near the pond a quarry? Over here. There's a lot more stone there. Interesting point. Now, this one over here... It's still highlighting some stuff, so there's clearly still some rocks in the area. And then, yeah, maybe what we can do, at a certain point, we can tear this building down and rebuild it over here. I guess let me take a quick look. If we compare simple stone, yeah, it is highlighting it. Although there's still not that many. 10, 11. There were 7 over here, although maybe the surface stone can wear out sooner. Food is still kind of frozen. It hadn't improved. Now, of course, right now everyone's going to sleep, too. Is grass being consumed by, well, these houses? Okay, you know what? Let me cancel these 2. So we got a bunch of grasses sitting around. That'll be close to finishing this. Let's focus on that. I really want to get everyone in the house. But let's try to make this work and advance the quest and just see what it suggests next. Doesn't help the sheep keep eating your food. I know, right? Like, maybe I could have fenced it off. That's why I was kind of looking for, like, a warehouse or something that we could move the food to. I'm sure there will be one. You know, or we can just eat the sheep. Inventory. Milk and wool. Kind of entertaining that it shows up as an inventory here. This is a level 3 sheep. It wants a home. It wants to be groomed. Trade sheep for bricks. And early ranch would make sense. And it probably is possible. I mean, there's also level up. Here's the bar. Simple barn is level 2. I don't know how we actually level up. Unlock new level by fulfilling the needs of your people. Okay. Well, all the more important to make sure they've got themselves some little rags here. If we could harvest the wool, that would be another way for us to get the clothing going on right now. But... Oh, hey! Kerzoven! Nice of you to stop by! Marco, yes! Any advice for getting the grass a little bit faster? Also, how many fields should be built here? The game just tells you in the tutorial to build a garden bed, and I don't know if there's like a good way for me to understand the ratio of the gatherer's shack versus the garden bed, if they're even linked. You know, good if I could evaluate sort of how many people I need to keep things flowing. Yeah, let's hope by canceling these little buildings, we'll get enough grass to get our first little, our little blanket, our little rag, and advance this little tutorial quest. Can you plant grass? I mean, that's an interesting question, actually. And the answer is yes. Because these, I think, are completely blank. I think we'll need an unemployed person again. I think this is grass already. Yeah. There's some grass there, but none here. And then, we'll still need an idler. Do I just fire bitter ashes again? I think maybe. Grass. Sure, more fields can help. Depends on the location. Water, heat, water, nutrients, animals eating the leaves, how fast they grow. The threshed wheat can also be used to build the hut's roof. Oh. I'm just trying to get myself one rag. Mostly need some grass. So there's some grass sitting here. There we go. It's being collected by someone. Moriarty, which is the person who works this. Yeah. Oh, there we go. We can see the count go up. Good, 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 good. And then, yeah, one unemployed person. Am I correct to read that the unemployed people are the people who do the construction? Or is it not linked at all? Because there's the optional worker here. Does the construction happen anyway? Okay, next step. Build a hand mill. Don't forget to build roads. Oh, you got some roads. Hand mill and a baker's simple oven. So I think I saw this here. Hand mill. Quite a lot of work to mill the grain by hand, but after some passes, the flour can be packed. So this will take presumably the raw flour here. Yeah, cereal grains, and then produces flour. And then we can do the baking. Okay, what do I want to do? I feel like this more part of the village here. Maybe on the other side. I don't want to get rid of this current little grain area. Yeah, maybe let's leave a gap so we can build the road there. But we'll put the mill and then the simple baking oven over here. I'll just put the baking oven as a lower priority. I don't think there's any reason to have this until this is up. I can take some stone, some wood. Okay, that's going to be okay. Oh, I got to remember, I've got 2 of these forester stumps. I might be able to cancel one of these forester stumps now. Because actually, we're hitting some maxes. Unless they're getting some mushrooms. I tell you what, I'm going to just fire esoteric fish and do this. I don't know if there's like a pause on the building. But there, this forester stump is going to be totally idle with no workers now. I have 2 unemployed people, but we're going to have to re-employ them presumably over here. But all these sheep, and we get to eat them. Okay, yeah, hand mill's done. Yeah, people have multiple jobs. So what I was going to say is I wonder if what we want to do is have the same person work both of these. And then we can put the baking higher up. So esoteric fish is working this hand mill. If we go and manually put esoteric fish, sort alphabetically, yeah. Oh yeah, and by workload, which is handy. I can put the fish in here as well. And then we can say baker's oven. So you work the baker's oven first, and then if you don't have enough material for it, go ahead and mill some extra. Now, maybe that doesn't make any sense, but it seems like a decent idea to me, so I think I'm going to do that. Kurzovan says, I like to build quite big fields. It is no problem if there is too much. Attracts rodents, though. Everyone builds things if there's nothing to do with their workplace. Okay, so anyone who's idle for any reason will go and build things. So even if I don't have an unemployed person, theoretically, if they're not too busy, some construction might happen. Okay, that's good to know. Now, these garden beds with this last produce, do they produce something at random? Like this said, you know, grass and this. It's like, maybe I don't need to plant grasses if these will produce it from time to time. Have the cereal grains. I guess that'd be another thing. With esoteric fish over here, let's say neither one of these jobs can be done, right? They're both idle. Will esoteric fish go and collect some of the grain themselves? Or is that strictly a gathering hut kind of job? In which case, I'm going to go and put someone back in here. And I think I might build some more garden beds. Or, maybe now's the time, in addition to the garden beds, plant some wheat fields. I'm going to do this. So we're going to have 6 basic garden beds and then 6 wheat fields. Oh, and someone is working on it. There we go. Good. I think you said you could build the roof out of, like, a different material too? That's interesting. I'll let this finish, but I'm going to be quite eager to put down the last 2 shacks here. Okay. Tutorial, help window. Opening the help window. Press F1 or click question mark at the top to open the help window. Needs and wealth. Well, let's do this. Hello! Nice to see you. And then we get some information about the needs, which I think is how we level up by satisfying the needs. Prosperity. Reach level 2 in population progression. Elaine is on her way. Is that? Oh, is this a new person is coming? Population progress, which I can't click on there, but if I do click on a person, you can see how they're progressing. So Iggy Light here is 80% of the way through to the next level. They're just waiting, yeah. They've got 4 out of their 5 needs met. Makes sense. Gives me a little bit of a Against the Storm kind of vibe. I mean, completely different in every way, but the idea of like checking off these little needs for people, similar. So yeah, as soon as they get rough rags, people should level up to 2. Should level up our town and unlock a bunch more buildings. Maybe I won't worry about the houses yet. I mean, some people don't have the houses, so that won't be met. But some people do. Maybe I only ever needed 1 house because in practice, as long as 1 person reaches level 2, that levels up the town. And that would have saved us a bunch of grass and things. Maybe I really did slow things down by being too paranoid about housing my people. Yeah, food sources are going down. Fishing place. So, ooh, yeah, delivered goods, stored goods. Okay, you've got plenty of meat. That's good. So the fishing's definitely working. Yes, no table to eat at. People are eating without a table. We're inflicting war crimes here. Oh, this person. I thought it was an animal. I'm like, how is it this animal name? That's Starfight LP, who has no home boost the speed a whole bunch here. I don't know if you're around before, but I really like that this game was made in Godot. I really like that engine. It's nice. You don't see a lot of 3D stuff being made out of it, but this is like beautifully within the range. Obviously, we're not talking about, you know, Unreal Engine type graphics from Godot currently, because some of the shader supports and lighting supports isn't quite up there. The 2D stuff is great, but the 3D stuff is also excellent if you're not looking to do that hyper realistic style, and it's ideal for this sort of stylized, low poly, sort of flat shaded kind of look. You don't need fanciness, and it's so effective for a game like this. I mean, pretty is great. There's nothing wrong with this, especially not at this price point. Okay, so we're getting a few more wheat fields, a little bit of work being done there. Oh, yeah, see, the food stores actually went up a little bit, possibly because here. Now, maybe I don't want these two split. You know, it'd be interesting. So, well, hold on. How do I find the workload? Okay, so I can find Esoteric's workload. Is there, when I'm looking at a building, a way to see the workload of, like, the employees at this building in general? It looks like no, but that might be kind of handy. You know, especially here. Like, if I could see that, like, in total, as an average, the workload between these guys is like 80%. I'm like, okay, I could probably fire one of these. That might be a handy little stat. Yeah, a little worth of fishing hut, maybe. It is quite the ways to walk. Planted these grasses here. Actually, these are wild wheats. Oh, that's interesting. Because this would be like the natural place to build it. There's a lot of walking out here. It's only one person. Probably fine. Look, these critters are eating all my crops! When can I go and just genocide all the animals? All right, did you make any of this yet? Someone must have gotten a rag, but maybe the rag went to someone who wasn't living in a house. Okay, there's more grass being delivered. Grass is definitely continuing to be the choke point here. Because I do still want to build the huts, but if I do that, then that'll just demand more grass as well. Bring up the motion-activated turrets. I guess that's true. I guess I could just put this all the way up. Maybe that's the way to go. Like, the other stuff is food, and that is really important, but it turns out that the grass choke point's actually pretty annoying. All right, we'll go and boost it. People are having their midday lunch. Wait, are you too hot? You're too hot. Well, move! I don't know why. Wait, are these guys all passed out from the heat? Did they collapse from the heat? Or are they just sleeping? No, they're just sleeping. They were just tired. They don't have a room. I like it because it's like RimWorld, where you're like yelling at your people for being idiots. One of my favorite things to do. Just blame them for everything. I hadn't noticed these buttons. What is this? Toggle object marking. Marks humans, animals, plants, and other selectable things when you hover over them. Toggle object hints. Oh, where's on? Okay, these are on. Show paths when I have someone selected, yeah. Move the camera. What I don't have is... Oh, saving camera positions. Activate or deactivate the day-night cycle. Presumably just from a visual point of view. Presumably the game mechanics could still have a day-night cycle, because that seems to be pretty important to the core gameplay. Looks like fodder. Raw meat counts in the fodder category. And there's a number in the building overview. We figured it can be misleading directly in the building, as they can have 100% workload, but from their number one priority building, but not working at all in the inspected building. Right. That's true. These people, if they're working multiple jobs, they could be sitting at 100% workload, but none of it being from the gatherer's shack. Does make some sense. And it probably doesn't matter too much, because we will develop a good sense of, like, how busy people are. And then from over here, I can quickly see if there's a lot of idleness. That can be pretty... Oh, no, can I not see workload here? I guess unflowing. There it is. Oh, that's funny. Esoteric Fish is working 2 jobs and actually has the lowest workload of anyone. Probably there's a fair amount of idle time waiting for the grain, but that's okay. What other things do people do when they're idle? So they help with construction. Otherwise, do they just tend to their needs? Or is there other, like, you know, random hauling they help with? Because maybe it's the sort of game where we actually do want some more, like, a little bit more idleness or a little bit of unemployed time, right? Again, I keep comparing this to RimWorld because we played a lot of RimWorld. This game has very little in common with that. More, well, I mean, it does, but it's more, you know, more banished or settlers or different things like that. But like in RimWorld, you don't want your people to be necessarily working on their primary job all the time because then it means they never get around to hauling and cleaning. So some amount of like off their primary job stuff can still be useful. Crop fields look like... I guess I can build a fence. That's true. I forgot we do have the fence immediately. Let's... Oh, R. That's right. And then we'll put the gate right there. Okay. Yeah, good call. Let's go ahead and fence this up. Keep these darn critters out of here. Or lock them in. Whichever way. Plus it'll just look nicer if we've got a fence here. Fencing those sheep. Sheep are the dumbest animals. They do seem pretty dumb. They've got very simple needs. And they pursue them very directly. Or button for max speed. Whoa! That's fast! So 9 brings you to 30x speed. Thermal protection, I'm gonna cool this thing down. Wow, that is fast. Like, considering defaults to 0.1 speed, the max speed of 9 is literally 300 times faster. There you go. There's the fence. And no animals currently in there. Oh, no. Okay, the bunnies can go through, which makes sense. But presumably they'll keep the sheep out. And it looks nice. Who doesn't love a fence? Well, the shadow biases might need to be adjusted a little bit. Getting a little bit of that disconnected shadow thing at far zoom. That is something like so hard to tune for game stuff. To have shadows properly stick to the objects without like costing you all your FPS. It's so annoying to tune. Okay, so does this mean nothing is happening? Is what I'm assuming that little symbol does. So I'm guessing they ran out of grass and things to harvest nearby. But looks like there is 81. There's calories in the grass. I guess people can eat. Well, I guess animals will mostly eat it. But yeah, in theory, this can be crafted. You got 48 stored in here now, and there's more available. And yeah, or 81 grass in total. Looking for more of these rags to be made. Farm garden upgrades. So I don't think the garden spot... Yeah, there's nothing in the tooltip. There are upgrades available here. Right, the storage, the faster collection. You know, let's go... This just is branches. Let's go and do the collection speed +1. Oh, can this be toggled on and off? Oh, it can! Because it's a yearly cost. So now it's going to constantly consume branches. Well, 20 per year. Not too much. We're nearing the end of spring. But yeah, so branches will get delivered here. So we should have those available at this point. And then people will collect faster. Go and slap down some more grass again. Speed. More speed. All the speed. So fast. 0.3 feels good. Like, people walk with a fairly decent, like, pep in their step. But it's still got that kind of nice, kind of relaxed, casual thing. This, I think, is a good game. Like, sometimes I get torn with games where it's like, oh, you know, because you need to make sure things are interesting enough for people to watch. And it's like, sometimes the games are better when you're just playing on your own as a nice casual one, which this definitely has. But then the fact that you can boost the speed so fast to help accelerate things to show a little bit more content on stream, really nice balance. 2,400 kcals per person is very reasonable for a fairly sedentary life. But these people work hard. They could probably use something like 4,000 calories a day. Still not put on weight. They're going to be skinny, little emaciated people. But I guess... Oh, you're actually getting chub... Bitter ashes! I'll have to get you some more cardio there, buddy. So, alright. Moriarty, what are you doing? Crafting rags does activity. And where are you? Follow the target. What does show other target? Oh, cycling between people. Okay. There you go. You hard at work? Oh, there you go. That's done. Okay, we have 2 rags kicking around. Yeah. Maximum of 3. You're delivering things. Show... What's going on? Eurastus... What's stopping you from going and getting a rag? Are you too busy all the time? We just have to be patient, and it'll happen? I should lower the grass priority here. We're not out of food, and we do have the fishing going, which is good. Grass numbers are being maintained. When does someone go and grab the rag? They have nothing stored in their house. I mean, other than that, like, they're grabbing their own stuff. They're grabbing their own food. Oh, you have rags. Shira. 87%. The filled needs slowly fill the share. Okay. Oh, 86. I think you're out of... Oh, your temperature's no good. Oh, there you go. Okay. So once it's satisfied, it starts to trickle up towards the number. But it's being brought down by some other things here. Status E. Okay. So if we look at Devout... Devout, everything is satisfied. And apparently, I think they had rough rags, but maybe it went away. Rough rags. You have it in your equipment, and it's got a 29 timer on it. So do you have it or don't you? Why are you still at 80? Status okay. Status equals insufficient. Need time and opportunity to fulfill the need. And fences don't seem to stop the rabbits, but yet, which makes sense. The rabbits would not be stopped by this. Hell, if it was a solid wall, they wouldn't stop. They'd jump over it. Yeah, we have 3 rough rags ready to go, so we're not even crafting anymore. We're at our limit. Is available, must be renewed in time, owns rough rags which you have, needs a time and opportunity to fulfill the need. You need to, like, take time to, like, wrap yourself in the blanket or something? Well, it's nighttime. Yeah, let's build the last couple of houses. That's not the house. Let's do that. Everyone will be housed. And maybe that'll help people get there. We did have the extra grass, which is good. That's the one thing with putting the harvest grass first. Well, it's being consumed now. But if we're, max out on our clothes, there's actually not that much that consumes the grass, and they could go and work some other things. But put that back in there. Hut done. Oh, achievement. Roof over the head. Have no homeless people. Hey! No homeless people. Yeah, unfulfilled, but you do own the house. You just haven't visited it yet. Okay. There we go, 99. Shira's sitting at 99. 100! Hey! Belgium has reached level 2. All right. So in 2 days, I think we have someone else. Continue to expand your... Or is this the queen person who's coming to visit, maybe to, rate us? Reach level 3. More immigration. So level 2... Lane and her personal guards are ready to leave. Yeah, okay. So this is the person who's the head of her dynasty. These next few days, gather information about the region. Now you know how to take care of our newly founded settlement. I'll leave everything else to you. Pay attention to the needs of our people. Continue to expand. Okay. So if we were to find, Shira, wherever they were. There it is, Shira. So for level 2, you want a job. So you've got that. You don't want to be dirty. Okay. Presumably you might be able to wash yourself in the river, but maybe something else. That's interesting. I would like to eat from a plate and not from the floor. Available. Okay, campfire. Sufficient quality. Not hungry. Need the time and opportunity to fulfill the needs. So I wonder if the campfire for the cooked meals might count for that, maybe, as opposed to a literal table. You want basic clothes. Okay. Well, what we want to do, now that we've reached level 2, what I want is a frickin' barn. In return, specific animal products can be obtained. There we go. It needs planks, which theoretically have been being created. And some other things we're short on. We're short on the actual grass, the actual sticks, the actual log. Oh, we need 20 logs. We need to change this maximum to 20. Wait, okay, 10's the... Is this in its local storage? It might be in its local storage. Esoteric fish, your workload still... That'll be a third job. Let's give it to Moriarty, who's got a lot of downtime between creating clothing. So we'll add you in here. I'm assuming your job priorities are in order that they get signed. So you'll tailor first, and if you don't have anything to tailor, you'll go and work at the stump. Okay. I guess if I plop it down, it'll start to grab the food as well. What else can I do? Hunting lodge. Oh! Basic tools to track and gut animals. Hunting and provide large amounts of food and resources becomes the balance of nature becomes excessive. Also got a well, fresh water from the ground. Simple one does not reach too deep. Good, we don't want to be too deep and too greedy. And then a potter's workshop. Potter. Obtains clay directly from the ground, which can be shaped into practical objects with the help of water, dried, glazed, and finally fired. Must be built on Earth. We can't build this one in outer space? What kind of shitty game is... Let's put... You know what? I kind of like it here. It's going to be near kind of our little farming, gathering area. We'll put a barn here. I don't know if this needs to be paired with a fence or anything. We'll have to find out. I guess it's going to displace some things. I guess I planted some grass there. No, I think I'm happy. Maybe I'll put a little gap so we can run a road here if we want. Boom. Oh, I don't think... Show task. Okay, where to put the dirt? Wait, oh! A settler approached you with a wrinkled nose. Good day. I've noticed an increasingly unpleasant odor in the village. It would be nice if there was a place to dispose of waste and manure, preferably somewhere outside the village. Find a suitable place and build a cesspit. Consider direction of water flow. Right, so I mean, we didn't look down, the other dairy, a root cellar, a small cabin. Okay, this can fit 4 people. Community center. Only necessary once per map. Main building of your faction in the area. Place to talk about politics, decide about future development, plan complex projects, and gather relevant data. That sounds fun. There's a cesspit. A pit for all the dirt. People can dispose of all their dirt and the animals here. Phew, it stinks. We better build the pit a little away from the houses. In demand for agriculture. The dirt is slowly being composted here, but we need to be careful it doesn't get too full and overflow. A guild house enables more complex crafts. And a wind catcher. Cools the environment when necessary. Oh. Okay, I do like the idea of building a cesspit. We need to get a mini quest for it. So the river... Oh, we don't want to pollute this big giant lake, which I hadn't actually noticed until now. We can tuck it away maybe in the corner here. I don't want it too close to the river. I don't know what kind of radius we're talking about here. I might be even fine to just tuck it back here. And are people... Is there a ramp? Because our people were definitely coming up to this area. I'm sure I saw them walk up here. Maybe they can just scale cliffs. Because here too, although there's an actual walking ramp there. I don't know how problematic the cesspit is. Whatever. I'm going to stick it here. And then we'll see what we end up with. I guess we're talking about maybe doing a stone thing here. Notice a ramp on that side. Oh, yeah, there. Okay, right here with the. That's actually quite convenient. You know what? Let's build this road here, and let's extend it a little there. We're still talking about building a road here. I think it's time. Will it bridge if I do this? Might want to move the fishing hut. Mud Street, or is it just going to plug the water? Well, maybe there's only one way to find out. Let's let her rip. So one should be feeling pretty okay. More needs is fine. That upgrade's still active. Eating some extra branches, but I think that might be okay. We'll still have the grass first, which actually seems pretty important. Yeah, we could use wood, grass, or grass here. Well, we don't need pet space. The comfort and sleep boosters does sound awfully nice, but I don't know that we have the materials to really support that right now. And yeah, we are gonna have to wait for some people to have some idle time and construct up these roads. It looks like you're just sitting there. Now you are crafting, okay. It looked like Moriarty was just standing there not doing anything, but that does seem to have changed. Yeah, I'll increase the priority of work in that. We have a little sub-quest here, which is going to reward me with some stone. That's nice. That's very nice. We do need more people. I guess I can take another look at just the workloads. So, Lilivik only has the one job. 61% workload isn't very high. Although, right now, the idleness probably means that they're the one of the ones that's doing some construction. Okay, cesspit got built. It doesn't need an employee. So people will maybe haul things on their own? Dirt. Into cesspit. Dirt is carried away and spread by rain and rivers. Rain can clean your city, but a polluted river can also pollute your city. Man, the mechanics and stuff that are happening automatically in this to like aids the realism in the game is pretty substantial. Okay, the barn is up. Okay, I will go. Oh, Shear's actually got the lowest workload right now. I think I'll still do Lil, who just works at the stone workers. We'll do that. Add a second job. They'll spend a little bit of time over here. I mean, I guess since this is a lower priority one, I could go and also say Shira. So both of these will work their primary jobs first. And then if one of them has time, they'll come and work at the barn. I don't know, shear some sheep for us or something. EVKK. I'll add it to the look of things or games. The list of games to take a look at. And yeah, there, we did build the bridge. Oh, that's lovely. I like that. Lantern here? Sheep steals from the simple barn. What? That's the opposite of how this is supposed to work. Ooh, okay. Okay, we did get wool, which is now being consumed presumably from cloth making. And actually, since we have the rags over here, and we've got the wool, Like, they can also use the wool to craft rags, but if we're capped on that, they will try to make some basic clothes, which is one of the needs we need for the next level. Sheep steal some simple barn. That's not how that's supposed to work. You're supposed to tame them. Maybe we should set up some hunting. We're still a little low on food. Ooh, giant. Whoa. Okay. It's interesting. We don't get a preview for this in terms of like, oh, there's just that many animals in this area. I'm wondering about putting it like just across the way over here. Maybe over here. They hunt more in the wilderness areas. Yeah, I think I like that. Put you there. Only this one has the little ladder. These don't, but I think one's sitting on the side. And they definitely have some variation to them. You know, we've got at least 3 different variations of the simple huts. Mill the road across the cliffs doesn't make a ramp. Oh, maybe. I guess we could test that. See if it adds ramps. Like, let's say we do. See, it turns red. I'm thinking the answer might be no. This one turns green. Like, see, there's a ramp here, so I'm thinking the ramps might just be in place. Tutorial, opening the map. Press M or click on the map symbol at the bottom center to open the overview. Is this the map? Okay. We need to build a community center to start relocations and faction requests. Oh, I wonder if we can get more people more faster if we have the community center. Okay. Well, let's finish the hunting lodge first. Community center isn't cheap to build, but it does sound pretty important. Gotta renovate the community center, keep Jojo out. Okay, yep. Makes sense to me. A lot of stuff. Now, you have 10 stone. And now, so you're no longer working because you're full of stone here. Do people, even though this needs 35, but I'm assuming you can bring the 10 over, which will start this working again. I think, based on how things have gone, I think that's probably how it'll go. Since this isn't a limit to, like, that's not a global limit in our whole town. That's the limit to how many can be stored here specifically. As we can see, you can get double doses of these things. Song place 100%. You're going up to 100% here too. Backup job. Well, a lot of the workloads are pretty high. We're probably going to double up on someone at the hunting lodge too. So, yeah, there you go. They are taking the stone bits at a time, which means this is now empty. Perfect. Sheep steals from the straw hut. Man, they just walk right into the buildings. Now, I wonder, like with the fences, if I just fenced an area, like, is there a way to define a pen and be like, tame the sheep, bring the sheep here, collect them all in one area? Harvest wool, population control. Automatically slaughters an animal when the specified number is exceeded. Oh, whoa, hold on, whoa. Where do we do animal management in terms of numbers? I mean, max 3, I'm assuming this is max 3 meats? Provide water. Is water available for everything else? Oh, sheep. Okay. Capacity, 3 of 3. Okay. Okay, so you have collected 3 sheep, and if somehow you get more than that, you'll turn them into meat? Oh, but I can trigger the slaughter. Here, let's click the slaughter for this sheep. That, yeah, okay. So we're gonna force that. So presumably you are collecting wild sheep. Quite the hike out here to get to this hunting lodge. Should invest in doors. Like, yeah, everything's just wide open all the time. How do they extend the room for the animals? Upgrade costs. Animal plus 30%. Animals plus 20%. Okay, they take different material. Comfort. Or animals. Huh? But yeah, we can get extra sheep capacity. Okay, so the little slaughter button has gone away. Oh, although, maybe this just happened now. Raw meat there. Yeah, okay. Okay. All right. Well, that works, which is nice. Yeah, now we have the quest. Build the community center. Discover the tablelands. Okay, well, I'm going to wait for the hunting lodge to get built first. Must execute one sheep so the other knows no punishment for stealing. That's right. That sheep was an example. This looks like For the King, kind of. Oh, because the art styles, yeah. I'm a sucker for low poly, sort of flat shaded art styles. This reminds me of people older than me telling me that their town didn't really lock their doors until the 70s. Waiting for a little more stone and mostly a bunch of raw wood. We do have 2 forester stumps that'll hopefully satisfy that. We got some more wool coming in. And yep, there we go. We have basic clothes and everything. If we find someone at random here, devout chocoholic, how are your needs coming along? Pretty good. You may have not collected your basic clothes. It is available. And then you want to have a community center. You want to be in a faction. Okay. But the other needs are currently being met, which is nice. So build community center. But again, I'm going to build the hunting lodge first. All right, let's go and crank up the speed a bunch here. Because we're just in a waiting pattern, which is fine. There was no extra tiers to the planting. It was the same amount that's available here. That doesn't change. Yeah, I went to the same thing. Yeah, no tier 2 there. So we get some extra lanterns in the fences. And then, yeah, the buildings we've mostly looked at over here. There's a root cellar, damp and cool. Well, this is for storing food. Fruits and vegetables. Be careful, building storage rooms also has disadvantages. You know, it's getting cut off here. While shortages can be bridged and the goods may already be in the right place, additional costs for transportation and storage may arise depending on the location. Okay. All right, nearly done. Oh, everyone's asleep. 10 times speed. All right, let's go half speed now. Yeah, food's dipped down a little bit again. Possibly the you got some meat in the. Got some meat sitting here. There's plenty of meat there too. And we processed with the firewood, which you've got, to make some grilled meat. I guess we only have Devout Chocoholic working here. But I don't know if we can really go and add more jobs in here, especially since we're going to assign someone to the hunting lodge. One assumes. There you go, 0.6, something just got processed. Yeah. And there's still enough like wild plants that people are just foraging as well, but unintentionally do an awakening. No plans currently. And look at adding it to the queue. I'm trying to figure out a time for it. I mean, we're going to need presumably the root cellar before winter comes, but all right. Yeah, no, everyone's workload's insane right now. I really can't afford to throw something in there. Although I love the idea of hunting the hares so they don't go and keep stealing our food. It actually might be really important. I mean, you could still just give it to them as like a secondary job. You know, if you find any free time whatsoever, go kill a wabbit. It's wabbit season. We'll see if we can get some dedicated people there later. Bunisher, run! It's not my fault you taste delicious, Bunisher. Oh, there is some hunting, I think. That's Devout Chocoholic is going at it. So, oh, they worked the campfire. Actually, this is quite appropriate, because if there's nothing to cook at the campfire, go and hunt a wabbit for some meat. I wonder if you can get a weapon, a stone piece. Are you using a piece of rock as your weapon? Are you chasing a rabbit by foot and trying to hit it with a rock? Well, you're going to get your cardio in there, buddy. Holy cow! Oh, there, you got it. Congratulations. Maybe you're throwing the rock at it. Could you imagine a more difficult way to hunt a rabbit? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, someone's a little toasty. Spheric fish is feeling warm. We might need some cooling towers. Everything was like gray and chilly before, not anymore. We still need the campfire as a place to cook, at least for now. I mean, presumably we'll move some things into a more dedicated kitchen later, but yeah. Eventually the rabbit will get tired. That's right, it was persistence hunting. That's right. Okay, so since all the construction is up now, we will start on the community center. It's going to take a lot of material. And I think I do like building it here. I think I'm going to want to leave, yeah, a little gap for a road here. So I think I'll put it here. And then, I mean, it'll be kind of a crooked intersection, but that's okay. I could put it here so we could do a straight line, but no. Could do this. Nope. I think I've convinced myself that's where I want it. Okay. Oh, I was going to say, well, I might want to set the low priority. Apparently it got set to low priority automatically, or maybe it was left over from last time I queued up some construction. Not that we have any other construction going on, but this is such a big project, and I might, you know, queue up something I would want to get built first. That's entirely possible. Yeah, they can start collecting some things and move it there. People walking by the fire are getting overheated. It is the biggest goddamn fire ever. It's ridiculous. There you go. We got some meat. I like the hiring system. I like that people can work multiple jobs and have the little sub priority. I like the check mark for automatically hiring people, if you want, which I'll just leave there. I don't necessarily going to auto hire the rest of the slots. Presumably got some leather now too, which will maybe help out with some of the clothing crafting. Cooked meats, bark roots and things. Yeah, so the raw meat we have does not count as part of our food supply. I don't know if anything ever rots or ages off, although things keep getting eaten by the random critters, so that's something. No, it's saying that we'll just get our population, yeah, as we increase our prosperity. So getting to level 3 will give us, well, it gives us 2 times immigration. I think that it also said something about maybe population transfer, like we might need the community center for the population, like to be able to like request pops. Maybe that's it. It didn't say anything about build extra housing so that we get babies and the pop grows, but I don't see an entry for just population. Right now it feels like, I don't know, we'll build this and see what happens. Well, let's just boost the speed a whole bunch. Times 10. Which is actually 100 times faster than the default base speed of the game. Yeah, food supply is still, like, sitting fairly low generally, but is maintaining itself. Well, it's actually going up. A little bit here, presumably as more of the meat is getting cooked. You're a little bit limited. The meat cooking is also limited by firewood, although no, we have plenty. Yeah, just time. Oh, and I guess the max, no more than 25 of the cooked stuff. Okay, that'd be part of it too. So yeah, we actually have enough like raw stuff going around. It's just that we're not keeping a huge amount of the cooked and prepped stuff immediately. Things are slowly being delivered over here. What, are you getting... Is anyone dropping? No, there's no streaming issues here. 0 dropped frames. What's going on there, Grumpy? Seems okay. So you just need a bunch of rock. That's all we're waiting for. We've got that slowly coming in. I mean, I could set up a second stonemason, but I don't think there's a good reason to do that. Oh, it was a response to talking about the river freezing. Okay, I'm just missing the conversation and the bigger jokes around it. Okay. I do like the look of our farm. I like our little village center. Cooking over here. I don't want to pave everything. Very Rim Art style. Okay, it is now fall. Autumn is here. Hopefully we don't have all of our people die during the winter. You. But yeah, and we're getting like the constant little meat over here. Shira is actually working 3 different jobs. I wonder if I want to reorder this. Yeah, actually, I might put the barn first. Because that probably needs a little bit more regular attention. And then if there's nothing to be done there, then you can try fishing or hunting. But work the barn first. I think I like that. You like the fishing place icon? Yeah. Eesh. Down, just needing 4 more rocks. So that should happen in the new day. And then we'll see what happens when you have a community center, what that opens up. Collecting some mushrooms over here. Probably because you're full of, you're full of the branches and the logs. Just spending a little bit of time collecting some mushrooms. Achievement! First step, build your first community center. Possible immigration. Okay. Accept. Yes, we'll accept the next immigrant. And there we go. Now, can't... Safid joins our... I love the fact that it gives us the name there. So now we have an extra person, and then we do actually have some shortage of housing, which we're going to want to go and fix. Actually, let's go and start towards a small cabin. Whoa! Okay, now that's interesting, because the straw hut fits 2 people. This fits 4. There's twice as many people, but it's substantially larger. I wonder, is there a need... I mean, not on this tier. For, like, a better housing. Have offspring. Okay, will be a thing that's possible. Now, I know, like, comfort and stuff is a thing, so I'm just assuming... Sleep plus 25. The more sleep and comfort a home provides, the faster people and animals recover. So, presumably we build a better place, and then people just don't have to spend as long in bed. Well, I mean, we should build one and just get a sense for it. Huh. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna build it here. Because what we might do is end up building a second one there later. Might have more upgrade slots. Yeah, it could just probably gives us the ability to stack a lot more stuff. Not the lightest way to work or lightest construction sort of requirements, but it's not too bad. Employee of the month gets to live there. Yeah. Okay, so now it's discover the tableland. So if we go here, interesting. This is, okay, too far away. We'll discover this location. Requires 10 bread and some work effort. This to me looks like it would be the tablelands, right? On like the messes over here. I'm gonna click that. Needs work effort. So presumably... Interesting. Oh, we can set our working time per day. Set everyone to 14 hours. I don't know if that'll work because I don't think they're getting enough sleep, but maybe if we get everyone into the fancier housing, we can go a little bit more aggro. Hire fireworks. You don't have any workers. Build new rooms, improve materials and furniture, allows more complex projects to be tackled. Needs 10 pottery per year. We haven't started pottery production, although we could. So, I wonder who actually does the exploration. You need flour, which needs cereal grains, which mostly means this wheat field needs to be maybe worked a little bit more. think I'll bring the grass below the grain. All right, small cabin's been built. Now, it does have a lot more different upgrades. Ooh, glassworks. All right. And yeah, we have, 3, there we go, Safid has moved in. So now that that has happened, apparently no other interested settlers. Okay. So I'll have to wait. I wonder if we get an alert when this lights up again. So you don't have a job yet. Over here, some of these people are working multiple jobs. Okay, Shannox and Bitter Ashes only work at the Gatherer's Shack. Eurastus doubles up on it. And these workloads are crazy. Okay, I will remove you, and we'll explicitly put Safid in there. You probably would have been auto-hired anyway, but this is clearly a high, like, workload building. So let's have 3 people dedicated to it full-time. Yeah, we shouldn't have any more unemployed. There it is. Okay. Good. 4 slots instead of 1, 2. I mean, the houses... Oh, people have moved. Look at that. Everyone's preferring the small cabin. Nice. Yeah, because there's 2 slots here. 4 there. Oh, we can only run one of these upgrades. That's what you're talking about, the slots. We can only run one of these upgrades at a time. Here, we can run up to 4 at a time. Okay. I didn't realize we were limited to how many of these we could run simultaneously. All right. So, okay, delivered goods. So it's got a slot for bread, but they don't got none right now. And yeah, I think we're mostly just limited to these cereal grains. Let's expand. Again, and I don't know, like, these guys are already working at full workload, but a bunch of it might be collecting other bits and bobs. Let's go ahead and extend out our wheat farming, and then we'll build a fence around it as well. Let's get a lot more wheat, and then we might need to upgrade our milling and our baking, but we'll deal with that afterwards. Would the stone wall block out the rabbits? Oh, that's an interesting question, and we could give it a try. Yeah, maybe. I wonder if, can I turn off bread consumption? Oh, reach level 3! Belgium has reached level 3! Oh, man. Oh, what is it? Possible immigration. Except the next person. Okay, so we do get a little visual indicator for that. And right, then we got a quest waiting here. The first pregnancy. What is... Pregnant woman. Good day! I have some good news to tell you. We are expecting a child. I want to make sure everything is ready when it's born. Can you give me a few things? You need rags, well, lots of rags, lots of clothes, grass, planks. We'll get some basic clothes back. And a population. Okay, we'll accept. Family knocks on the door. Family arrives late in the evening. They say they are from the northern part of the empire and have traded their last belongings to come here. There is hardly any work in their village, and the taxes were raised again in the spring. They seem pretty desperate. Reward. Plus 4x immigration. Colonel side quest. Aaron, Demon, and Six-Sided all join our settlement. Okay. We're going to need some more housing. Now, there's not enough room here to tuck these, but well, from a different angle, yeah. I am thinking about tearing this down. I think I will. Because I think I'm going to go ahead and build another... Ooh, we can go to big cabin. How big's the footprint here? Would this fit? It's just tall. It's just 2 stories. Does it need anything we don't produce? It does need... I wish this menu stayed open. It needs 2 bronze parts, which I can't currently build. I think I'll just build another small cabin here. The employees, ooh, what is this? Oh, the fishery, as opposed to a fishing place. Forester's Lodge. There's a forest nearby. Okay, so that's better version of this. This is probably bronze parts. Farm. Build a farm to gather and store products. The farm can do everything a gatherer's shack can do, but is more efficient. Has larger storage rooms. Okay. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to build the farm here. Oh, you got an entrance on both sides. Okay. Current angle I prefer. That's kind of the same. I'll build it here. We might get some more fields. And then once this is built, I'll probably tear down this gathering spot. Interestingly enough, it's not highlighting like all these things yet, but I think it's going to be okay. Looks like a good place for it. I need it. Boom. Can't work the fields because of the doors? It's needed on the farm side. Okay, well, we'll end up building a gate there. Oh, maybe it's too far because they got a pathfind from here all the way around. That might be it. Now, what we can do is we can go ahead and try... Oh, yeah, perfect for keeping big and small animals. Okay. What I might do is if we put a gate, say, here, and then fence everything else and then plant in there. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, ooh, I want to level... Ooh. Yeah, how do I select the fence? How do I tear down the fence? And not the wheat field. Oh, it was grayed out. For some reason, I thought these didn't work. Okay, let me just remove this for now for access. I don't get the overlay anymore. Although, if I went, let's say... Yeah, see, now we go. It's properly hiding that. And I'm betting I can probably put a fence on top of another fence, too. But if we just get rid of that for now, but let's not worry about the sheep. And that'll just become a valid location. Oh, you need pottery. A lot of rough rags. Okay, well, let's make this higher. Never did set up the potter's workshop, but it's clearly time. Oh, do you need water access? Makes sense. You know what? I kind of don't mind right here. Confluence? What's a confluence? The waterfall? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, the farm requires pottery. So we actually need this to be the top priority. Build this first. Well, this is fine too, I suppose. But yeah, farm is lowered in priority and doesn't currently have anything. That's okay. Yeah, two streams coming together. I guess it's this. But it's interesting we get a bonus. It's like, recognizes this as a different thing. My sheep are definitely entering this now. I guess I could rebuild it for now, because this isn't there. Maybe I didn't have to tear it down yet. That's fine. I mean, there's a whole other field. There's a lot of sheep. Wonder if we just whack more of these sheep and then go and collect some more. Oh, we discovered the tablelands! Oh, and we've got some more people. I might wait on that. Although, this would be another good case for... We look at our people and look at their employment and find people with high workload that have more than one job, which isn't really the case. Oh, no, wait, these do have two. Yeah, let me remove you from here and here. And here. Without Chocoholic, you seem to be able to manage this just fine. Shear's managing this just fine as well. Okay. Storage census. Oh, look at that. Tracking the population of all the animals, too. Is there a quick way for me to adjust? Yeah, you're probably... All construction sites, all this. There you go, campfire. Okay, yeah, because I was going to say, we could find places that aren't assigned. 01. Are you the one that was just turned off? No, I think we fired someone who was working here. There you go. And then one of the completely unemployed people, so Shadow, went and picked that up. Okay, that's good. But then, yeah, now I can turn up some of these more numbers. We only have one unemployed person right now. And we do have some things to construct, so they would be keeping themselves busy. I don't know if I need... Again, we've got people working that as a secondary job. Maybe I should just go and discover another thing. Okay, tablelands. Trade agreement available. Set up a trade agreement. They demand 100 water, and our reward will be 100 exotic fruit. And we do have water. I don't know if we have anything that that creates more. We need the trade agreement. Right of way. Lets us travel to their territories, reach different places. Free trade. Not to collect duties or fees. Settlement rights. Allows us to settle on their land. Huh. Collaboration. Ask if they want to join your faction. Okay. I mean, I could pop some more. Maybe I will. It's going to eat 10 bread, but that's fine. Oh, can I? Okay, both of these are going now, presumably. Yeah, all right. Keep doing that. Oh, wait, is this the Tablelands? Oh! I didn't realize I'd be able to actually see their stuff. Oh, look how cute this place is! Okay, they've got tons of farming. Marketplace, their community center, the guild house. Where do the people live? The Windcatcher, big cabin, okay. Okay, how do I go back to Belgium? All right. Huh. There were tabs on the transfer menu. Oh, wait, hold on, we're gonna... Fluffy friends. Child from the village comes up to you excitedly. Hello, I'd like to show you something. To do so, I need some milk. Do you have any left? You want 10 milk. Reward 5 cats! Yes! And the transfer thing had tabs. Oh, yeah. Okay, for the different categories. Okay. Cats. Keep some of the rodents under control, maybe. Yeah, cat explosion incoming. Exactly what I'm concerned about. So you're waiting for planks. Oh, so we have an unemployed person. We could put a second person here, but that's assuming we have enough wood. But again, then they do other things during downtime. We do have 2 forester stumps. What category? Firewood. Oh, we have no raw wood. I guess some of it was being sent to do things. Oh, wait, are you out of trees? Okay, it is there. It looks like the trees do regrow. It might still be worth going and planting some more. And branches. With branches and leaves. I don't know. Let's plant some conifers over here. Get some extra trees going on. Oh yeah, we have to do the upgrade for the foresters as well. Well, let's go one thing at a time. Let's get these 2 buildings up. Well, actually, that one's not going to happen, but I do want to get the potter's workshop up. And then I guess once we get the potters, this one can happen. Oh, shoot, we just had an ad break on Twitch. All right, sorry this is awkward timing. I should have noticed the ad break was coming because then I could take a little break there. We've been going for 2 hours. I'm going to get up. I'm going to go pee. I'm going to stretch. Everyone hydrate. We'll be right back with some more of this. We're only going to go on for another hour today. Because I've got some scheduling things going on, so I'm going to cut the stream just slightly early. So we're going to do 3 hours instead of 4. So we got 1 more hour of stream to go, but I'm going to take a short little pause for the moment. Should move your RGOs out of town. Yeah, moving the lumber stuff out of town might be good to free up some space. Like when we do set up the bigger lumber thing, maybe we just build it over here, or we go up onto one of the hills or something. We'll see. But anyway, short little break. Be right back. All right, we're back. Hope everyone's stretched. We spend a lot of time sitting with what we do. It's not good. Da, da, da. So, waiting for some wooden planks. Just to make sure. Shadow over here, that's your only job. Iggy, that's your only job. Okay, good. Not only stretched, you walked 4 kilometers. Town got so big while I was... Oh, the town here got big, yeah. We could get some extra people, but I don't know if we need... Oh, we have 2 children! It's happening! Well, maybe we completed one of the quests. That would be part of it, too. Oh, you had some mushrooms. That's... Oh, so you're full on those. Maybe we don't have... Okay, now it's the plank part that it's waiting on, which is fine. So, those are 2 people who exclusively work at the sawing place. All right. But yeah, I could see, like, building the new foresters area and then also positioning the choppers. There's probably an upgraded version of that, the sawing place, too. I don't know if we've got one unlocked, though. Might be later. I guess it would be here. Hold on. Copper and Bronze Forge. Tailor's Shop. There's an upgrade. Carpenter's Workshop. Okay. Proper Bakery. And a granary. Okay. Oh, next level of the main quest is get some trade agreements. Build a marketplace and have copper bar. A cat stole from the fishing place. Goddamn, now we got cats and they're stealing our stuff. Yeah, music in this is great. And again, we're on streamer mode here. We don't even have all the songs. Pull up on the stone. They're allowed to steal fish. That's their payment for rodent control, is they get to steal the fish. I think, yeah, they're washing? They're looking for food. Really? Oh, actually, we're nearly out of food here. Now, yeah, we have plenty of raw meat. I'm wondering if... Yeah, then you've got cooked meats, too. We'll need a proper cooking place with different things. This is get bread. Oh, you just stockpile the bread over here. Is that the idea? And so you're getting those. You grill the meat, but these you're just collecting them. But it is nice that it's a job. You're exclusive working at the mill, and it's 100% workload. Wow, an esoteric fish is now exclusive working at the oven, and it's almost 100% workload. You guys are really busy. Oh, hey, Magus. Annual ask. Co-creates love combat. I mean, I like programming so much. I've worked on little projects of my own for little programming things. I would love to do more programming tutorials. I was just talking about it'd be nice to do some more content for Godot, actually. Okay, Potter's Workshop is now up. And we discovered hills. Good. Excellent. Hills are a thing that exists, you guys. It's something that Civilization 6 isn't aware of, but hills are a thing that exists and are actually visible normally to the naked eye. As crazy as that concept is. I don't know if we've got anyone... You're the stonemason. Okay, we'll give you as a secondary, and Erastus, the hunting lodge, sure. We'll give those both secondary jobs over here. We might want to get some dedicated potters later. Firewood plus water. 0 in stock. Actually, that is completely true. How do we produce water? Or do you just... Are you going to collect it from the river? Right, there's a well you can build. That's right. I forgot about that. That's weird, though. Like... what... Maybe it only lists the things that currently produce water? I'll tell you what, let's put it right across here, because if the potter needs access to it, and it's not too far away from our living quarters, and presumably right next to the river is a good place to make sure it collects it. But it's like, can't we just have someone, like, grab buckets from the river if you need water? But now everyone's housed. I could go and get some more immigrants. Maybe I will now, even though we're a little short on the housing. Most of our people have it. And then, yeah, we could use a few extra workers. Maybe we could just put them full-time over here. I mean, I don't know how demanding this is going to be necessarily. I think I can probably say yes now. And I don't know, I think... What do we need for the... Oh, yeah, this one needed the copper stuff, which you don't have. But let's go with another one of these small cabins. Well, apparently I can build it here. Oh, it seems to be blocked, yeah. Oh, I can't actually fit this here, which... I think that might go away or get changed. I don't know where I want to build you. I'll just offset you. Unless I tear down these huts. That might be an idea. I might be fine with this. Let me demolish these two. Which will just lead to more homelessness, but that's... There we go. Yeah, I don't see a move command, right? There's a show follow. Oh, change appearance. Oh, you can cycle through their appearances. Oh, that's nice. But yeah, I don't think there's a move. Yeah, we could rotate away from the fire, but I just liked everything facing the same way. But yeah, I could put it here and face the road. And I might still. Yes, I know we still lack housing. That's okay. After this gets built, then I'm going to queue up the next one. So we're just going to upgrade everyone out of these small huts. Because, yeah, we're moving 2, that's 4, and then we get the 4 there, so it's staying exactly the same. Hey, do I build it here? I don't like... I don't like that it's not, you know, continuing the pattern I've got going on. But realistically, we may just have to do this. We'll do that. Yeah, a bit plank limited here. And these two, yeah, they still exclusively work here, so... Finish that first, then finish this on normal priority. The well's up. Oh, there we go. And someone's working here. King's Fan Dan, working at the well. Yeah, I think I'll still replace these two with that, just for the higher quality stuff. There are more immigrants, but let's wait a tiny scooch. Alright, so pottery is now a thing that is being made, and the pots should get delivered over here. Low priority, but nothing else is demanding pottery, so they should get delivered. Rough rags is going to be kind of rough and limiting. But I think this is what I want to develop next. Cat stealing from fishing place. Okay, so this is up. So yeah, 2 homeless. We'll do that. Then we'll have room for 2 extras. Maybe I should just go ahead and do that now. So there we go. Okermarsh and Maukster. So once this gets built, which just needs a few more planks, that'll get filled out. And then yeah, I'll tear these down, build another one. No pots delivered yet. You're about to cap out on your max here. Unless nothing gets delivered here because it's low priority and people are focusing on the other. I don't know. Maybe people are just legitimately busy hauling things and no one's idle, in which case that's fine. At some point, theoretically, that'll happen. Heck, when this caps out, these guys will go and help out with various construction projects, so that seems okay. Yeah, you know, we got to get the stone walls up. Okay, I've got a bunch of stone right now that isn't actually being used for any of our construction plans, so we're going to begin work. I was thinking of fencing this whole area. Can't actually build it there. Okay. Unless I just keep them as separate fields, as extra bits of fencing in between. I don't know. Why isn't it? There it is. I don't know why it wasn't attaching. So we'll do that. Yeah, I already had a gate there. I was just trying to get it to stick. Maybe it just wasn't showing it stuck to my mouse. That's possible. So let me cancel this and this. And we'll leave this area maybe open. And then the idea is to complete the fence over here after. Maybe I should leave a fence gate on the other side. And we're going to be getting rid of this gathering shack, but it might still be handy to be able to walk through these different areas. Okay, let's start getting some of this up. Oh, that one did go. Oh! Okay, I didn't realize it actually taken. For some reason, I was convinced it hadn't taken this at all. Okay. I guess I just couldn't see it because it was so close to things. I mean, it does come in very small. The, like, under construction version of this is tiny. Okay, so that'll all be... I've got the gap open there. I guess I can plan the gate over there. Okay. And then we could get rid of the internal fence afterwards, but... Oh, I placed this one here ages ago. Oh, okay, okay. So winter, well, I'm assuming most of these crops aren't going to be growing at this point. I'm hoping we can still fish. We got the hunters here. We need to make sure... You know what? Let me... What are you? Auto hires on here. Okay. We got 3 unemployed people. They'll go work in the hunting lodge. Full time. So we might need that as a source of fire, or source of food. Maybe more campfire cooks. We had been keeping this at 100%, but we're not anymore. I'll put on some auto hire here, maybe. Interesting. Why is this? Oh, job vacancies. Oh, yeah, okay. Or I don't know. Maybe we'll keep it auto hiring for 2, but you're working at the well, which doesn't seem to be very busy. Shira, you were working at multiple things. I might not believe this worked. Only 3 letters. Oh, we got some unhappy people as well. The first snowfall. People check the storage for food and available materials. Hopefully we'll survive the cold season. I don't know if we will. Well, few friends, thanks. The child places a small bowl of milk in front of a shrubbery, takes a few steps away, and waits. After a while, some little kittens venture out of the shrubbery, one after the other, and hesitantly begin to drink the milk. The child approaches the kittens carefully, sits down next to them, and begins to stroke one of them. It purrs. The first pregnancy. I can use this to sew clothes for the child and make them a cot. You also thought of a baby sling. Thank you very much. I will show other mums to be how to make these things to take some of the pressure off you. And possible immigration. We're just going to hold off on that. Okay. Iggy is unhappy. Well, we are tier 3 and none of the tier 3 needs are being met. But also the basic one over here. You want like a tap room and a hearty kitchen. I'm wondering if that gets rid of our fireplace completely, if we can just replace it. That might be nice. I'm going to hold off right this moment on more construction, just because I'm still hoping this will get done. You need a lot of material for that. But in theory, we are making all of it. Giant building queue. We only have 1 building in the building queue right now. Oh, well, technically no. There's a second bit over here for that little fence. We discovered the lakes. We have lots of raw meat. Have to make sure it's getting cooked consistently enough. And it also doesn't have a very big stockpile. Like, we keep hitting the cap. Oh, are we out of firewood? You know what I might need to do? First of all, I might need 2 of these, but I'm going to go and do this, especially in the winter here. Let's make sure firewood. No, you've got tons of firewood. I say make sure we've got all the firewood we need first. It's just a question of delivering the firewood over here. Are the employees not going and getting the firewood? The quarry run out of stone. Maybe? We haven't experienced that yet, but we'll keep an eye on things. Yes, we've got 2 people working in the potters. But they do consume a lot of firewood. That's part of it, too. There's literally firewood here. There you go. Now you've gone and collected it. There we go. Grill the meat. And it instantly fills up. There you go. And then we're to some consumption. All right. There we go. But yeah, we need the better kitchen. But I kind of still want to focus on finishing the farm, which, I mean, isn't going to help us in the winter, but then we'll have it ready for the next season. And then I think the other thing that's going to happen is we're going to get more of the wheat fields. We fill this whole place. Storage upgrade for the campfire. Yeah. Sure, let's do the one with raw wood, possibly. Oh, plus 50. Yeah, that might be better for the consistency. Good call. But still looking to build a kitchen. There we go. Okay, half the pottery has been delivered. I mean, the better forester and stuff, too, is probably also another good pick, but... And yes, we'll replace these wooden fences with stone. I guess I could probably queue it up now. Yeah, you're full on stone. Okay. Spillway, highware, where? Oh, for damming the river. Oh my god, we can play Timberborn. Oh, decorations. That's cool. And then I guess I may as well tear this part down. I don't know if we get the material back. Get out, sheep. Yeah, the forester... I mean, the other thing, too, is I could throw some upgrades on some of these, too. The stump. Now let's give it the increased collection speed, which will consume some of the branches, but then hopefully you will then go and grab some more. And then the sawing place. This will consume some logs. Okay, let's throw that on as well. Poor lumberjack. A woodcutter who doesn't seem familiar. Greetings! I found myself in your woods while gathering wood, and your settlers were kind enough to invite me to the campfire and give me something to eat. They told me about your charity, so I thought, perhaps I shouldn't utter my request at all, because I could never repay you. You still want to hear it? Well, I have an only son. I love him dearly, but lately he's been worrying me. He keeps talking about how he doesn't want to be a woodcutter, but he wants to go out to sea. But how am I supposed to fulfill his wish? We have just enough to get us through the winter. I don't know how to make a boat, and I can't teach him to fish either. It tears my heart apart to see him looking out to sea every free minute. So you need 14 planks and 3 rough rags for an unknown reward. Whatever, we'll say yes. Even though the wood situation's a little bit problematic, but that's fine. I'm a generous god. Okay, still waiting for these gates to be finished. Oh! Oh! Hold on. I can't make these. The stone walls just need the rough stone. The gates need stone blocks and the bronze parts. We're not gonna be able to keep the, I mean, I guess I could temporarily. Let me cancel you. Cancel that. And cancel this. We're gonna go and at least put up... What's the difference? Oh, that's the fence. Yeah, sorry, misreading something. We're gonna put up the wooden fence anyway. So that'll at least keep the sheep out. It won't keep the wabbits out because they can sneak through here, but it'll keep the sheep out of this area. And yeah, hopefully this will all be ready for spring. Now, if I wanted the Forester's Lodge. There's a lot of trees already over here, although we can't plant. This is, like, it's far from the base, but maybe it's the right thing to do. It's 28 over here. How do you feel about building it way out here? I'm worried about transportation times, but I think we'll give it a try. And then, yeah, this area could be used for more urban type buildings or something. I wonder if the babies, the children, like, occupy a housing spot, or if they're just sort of part of the general inventory of a thing until they turn into an adult, at which point they need an actual sleep spot. No, we don't have a tavern yet, and people do want one. Right, you do have a couple of jobs. Workload is relatively high, but I think they are taking a certain amount of time to work here. Yeah, there we go. A max of 75 over here is good. Serve plated dishes. 1 or 2 ingredients available. Oh, you need different ingredients. You need, okay, multiple ingredients to be able to make those. All right. I think we're just waiting for another cook cycle here. Goat meat. Almost immediately gets eaten. We are running lower on the raw meat now. Doesn't help that I don't think we can fish right this second. Worlds randomly generated, I don't know. There are 8 worlds to choose from, so I don't know if they're fixed. Like, maybe the 8 worlds mostly just has to do with choosing the world map. Maybe the actual local maps are fixed. I have no idea. This is my first time playing it. How would I be able to answer that question, guy? Literally first time sitting down to playing the game. First map. No idea if they all look the same every time. Open the help window and find the transfer entry under map. Yeah. Select starting and destination, set the amount. As soon as you have built the community center, send items and settlers to unsettled areas or areas where we have the right to settle. Use newly developed areas as you wish. So you can have more than one town. Like, is the lake undeveloped? Oh, it is. So we just start an extra town. Holy crap. Because the tablelands and the hills, they have little huts. Actually, the hills don't show up as one of the diplomacy things. Just the tablelands do. All right, let's set up a trade agreement. We can send them water. Oh. Send me back to Belgium, though, please. Midwinter. Over here. Yeah. Waiting for a lot of stuff we're waiting for in some of these other areas. A little bit pottery. All right, agreement was signed. Cool. Trade agreement done. Build a marketplace. Have a copper bar. Copper bar in my head is what we call our tavern. It's the copper bar. How about you? Okay, you have a little bit of dirt. So, can you, like, they snag this and go and put it back over there? Like, there's no employees that work at the cesspit. I don't know if people will just automatically go and grab the fertilizer or what. I'm feeling cold just looking at the map. I could unlock more of the hunting. It's only the deers are on right now, but I guess that's fine. Sorry, only hares are on right now. Bum, 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 bum. I like this music. I like it a lot. I'll put it high priority. Now it's not actually competing with the farm because the farm was lower priority, which means right now the farm's not going to get finished in theory because all the stuff should be going over here. But that's okay. I don't think the farm needs to be up until spring comes anyway. Yeah, I think you're out of the small things over here, waiting for the trees to grow up before you can do more. Which might still be an issue here, especially we don't have like a replanting forester thing. We can plant our own trees, but they still have to grow. And yeah, the carpenter's workshop we might end up putting over here. Or maybe in between, maybe like here. So sort of in between the source of the wood and then where we're going to use it all. That seems kind of okay to me. Yes, we have a pottery over here, or a potter over here making the pottery. Now, as I say, both these guys... Oh, no. Erastus works here full-time. Lil works here only if there's no demands for the stonemason. And I guess the other thing is we must have a building here that is for carving blocks. Huh. Because one of the buildings we wanted to use, or build, needed, like, smooth blocks, which we don't get from here. I mean, I wouldn't think resource acquisition. No, because that's just a simple stonemason. I would have thought production. Unless it's the next tier, but it's weird. Why would we have a building that needs it now, unless you're intended to trade for it? Or I'm missing something. It's level 4 in resource acquisition? Oh, stonemason's shop. Fuse raw stone into usable pieces. They're further processed in stone blocks. Okay, so this will give us the stone chunks and the blocks. But I have something now that could use blocks, which I think is the big cabin here. No, not the big cabin. I can't remember what needed it. Oh, is it my fence? Yeah, this needs the blocks. It's a little annoying because we actually have access to the... We could build this right from the start. Except there's no way to ever be able to build it from the start. But yeah, maybe it's meant to be something you trade a little for, but I guess we'll just wait on those gates. It's fine. Alright, let's send us time 10 speed. And then work-wise... Esoteric fish. Was that your age? You actually could use... Oh, look at this. Oh, is this the distance from your home? Oh, that's slick. Although, maybe I don't want to add another job right now, because we actually could use some more idlers just delivering some goods. Yeah, you could trade for it, but it does feel a little... I mean, part of it is just like, maybe the stone stuff just shouldn't be available tier 1. Right? Because most of the stuff for the stone gate, like, you're not going to be able to do forever, right? Like, the planks, even the planks I don't think are tier... No, I guess you can get planks tier 1. But the blocks you can't, and the copper, or whatever you call it. And yeah, I don't know if you were around, like... I like this. I would like this to remember. Because if I close and reopen the building screen, then it's closed. I would like this to stay open. Oh, there's a pin, but... No, that's not what we're looking for. Especially since there's also a tiny little UI bug, which is when you open this, it wasn't depending on how I'm doing it, I can't remember what. It was like not uploading the mouse over. I was going to have to click on something, then click back over for this to go. There's just a slight little something. Oh, maybe it's just that once you've clicked on something. Oh, there, that's what it is. If you have something clicked, then it doesn't mouse over. Okay, never mind, that's not a bug. It's just not working the way I assumed right away. But yeah, keeping this toggled open, that'd be so nice. All right, spring has sprung. Unfortunately, this isn't running yet, although it needs planks. Okay, good. It'll get built now, because the Forester's Lodge no longer needs planks, so that'll get done relatively soon. And then we can tear this building down. I don't think there'll be any reason to keep the Gatherer's Hut around anymore. How dirty is the settlement going? Dirt. Poor lumberjack. Don't even know how to thank you. Here, at least take the wood I've collected. Oh, there you go. Groovy. And yes, possible immigration. I mean, maybe I should just be pulling more people in right away, but the sort of against the storm player in me is like, I don't know, let's only recruit people as we need. It's not like we have a secured food source. Hopefully that'll improve over here. And yeah, I'm not sure how successful the fishing has been. You're capped on the meat. It's just a question of cooking it. Yeah, maybe just the cooking thing more and delivering the goods over here a little bit faster. I'm happy we increased the capacity. Maybe I should enable more of these upgrades. Tell you what, I'll go and do that for another plus 30. So we can keep more of the cooked meals around. I mean, people are clearly getting satisfied, but... New seeds. I have a task for you. There's a village not far from you that needs help. Apparently their seeds have gone bad and they desperately need new ones. Isn't this the plot to, like, the first episode of Fallout? Needs 250 cereal grains. Okay, well, let's leave that in a queue for now. An employee from the community center approaches you. Greetings. A year ago, we arrived in Kerzovin. We have achieved so much since then. There's a big celebration. You want to partay? I'm a sucker for partying. All right, let's do that one. No death over winter. Yeah, no one starved to death. I mean, I think it's mostly because we still have this constant supply of raw meat. Like, this always looks scary over here because it's not counting raw meat, which, again, fair. We're not eating the raw meat as is. But yeah, hopefully we can support it with other things. Hopefully we can just have more bread kicking around. That would be nice. But yeah, planting is happening again. Well, planting from the gathering hut. You're still waiting for the 7 extra planks. You're still waiting for a little bit more pottery. They fought for the right to party, yeah. Might like a little bit more... Oh, this part of the fence isn't on the same side. It's on this side of that instead of that. Hopefully it still counts as enclosed. I wouldn't mind a little bit more of a stone texture in the stone fence. You know, I do like the generally, you know, low poly flat shading thing. I think the stone fence, I would like it to be a little sexier. Because right now it just looks like a, it looks like a placeholder rectangle. And yeah, we still have a few extra random crops added in there. Yeah, one person unhappy. Tap room and the hearty kitchen. Yes, well, working on it. We need to finish this first. Because I'm betting some of those other buildings also need... We could make sure there's a road available here too. I think some of the other buildings need pottery and stuff as well. So... I don't want to compete. Laying down the roads here really makes me feel like Timberborn. I mean, it feels like Banished, like Timberborn, like RimWorld, like so many things we play. Going starved? Game must be bugged reported. Hey! Maybe I'm just really good. Wow, we are out of clothing, which isn't great. Times 2 speed. I really need these potters to work a little bit faster. I mean, I could throw some upgrades, but I'm just worried about all these costs. Total wood use, minus 50%. Oh, let's spend some stone to decrease how much wood you need. I can't do that one because I don't have the stone blocks. I could make you faster. For some branches, for some wool. I mean, it's once per year. It's not too bad. You know what? I think we can probably do some wool. Let's turn that on. But also use less wood because... I think we're a little hurting for wood. It might be less of a situation soon, But for now, it does definitely feel that way. Oh, the pots are being grabbed as soon as they're made. And I don't think anything's consuming pots other than our little construction over here. There we go. That's finally done. Hello, Forester's Lodge. I think what we'll probably do is go for like maximum employment over here. And yeah, I'm going to go and tear down this Forester's stump and this one over here. Did they just go and work other things? I might have to explicitly do some hiring here. Let's do that. Leave that one there. I could just recruit some more people too. And I don't like that it's so far away. I wonder if I built houses over here, would people move to be closer to their workplace? I mean, I could literally even just put some huts down here, although probably won't want to do a better house. Will they use the output assessment? Wait, who does? Oh, dirt! I wonder if the... Oh, the farm's up! All right, no, of course, yes. There it is, right down here. Care for plants. So, it's at the very bottom of everything, but assuming there's not anything currently to be harvested, they will use some dirt, and they will use some water to boost our plants, presumably here. Okay, you've got that. So what I'm going to do is this gatherer's hut is going to go away. This sawing place still needs to exist, although ideally what I want to do is build a carpenter's one over here. Yeah, we have everything this will need. I like building it here because it's close-ish to that. On the way to town. That's feeling okay. The idea is let that get built, then tear down this sawing place. Yeah, you can fit a lot of stuff in here. Which might mean there's going to be a little delay, like, because it's going to try to cap this out before it starts doing the branches. So depending on how things get... Wow, no, I mean, wow. Wow. And then you're throwing extra mushrooms in for some extra food, which is good. Interesting. Harvest leaves is off by default. What do you use? What do we use leaves for? Some trade, upgrades, production. Oh, the barn and stuff. Should we just turn on harvest leaves? Sure, why not? And that's happening very quickly anyway. Okay. Oh my god. Carpenter's Workshop's already set up. Wait. Oh! Oh no! I thought... Oh, it needs source of plant... Ah, frack. Misinterpreted what the Carpenter's Workshop was. So we don't need this... Well, I mean, I'm assuming furniture is a need that we either have or will have. Okay, I think we can start accepting some new people again. Yufang. Dedejong. Zoe Thundersocks. So we're going to build another small cabin. I'm going to build it right over here. We'll develop this area a little bit more. Go. That'll be enough room for everyone, plus a little extra. Alright, we do have 2 unemployed, but they will go and work at the sawing places when they come in. Soil nutrients. I love the simulation that's going on here. They're maxed out on pottery. These get built already? Yeah, they got built. I might be willing to, like, have 2 at each one of these. Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't unlock a tier 2... Must be later. Sawmill. There it is. Sawmill is the next level. Ooh, water-powered! Ooh! Okay. Ooh, that's really cool. Go. Getting that. Two Fangs working here, although I don't know how busy you'll be. You'll probably time out soon, but we'll probably give you a secondary job. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this sawing place because it's nowhere near where we're actually getting logs anymore. Okay. Smelter. Mines and smelts ores. This might be something we have to do somewhere else. We did get news that like one of these other locations has it. I think we have to go and do the smelting somewhere else. Ah. Manages the forest nearby. That's interesting. One of carrots for plants includes is the trees. No reason to do the forge. Oh, we're gonna want the tailor's workshop to upgrade the old one. I'm assuming these guys will tailor more swiftly. I mean, you saw that a million miles away, right? How can I resist? Let's do that, and then maybe what we can do is build a big house over here. Okay, yeah, right, this little pull-down menu. Ores. Ah! I already forgot about that from the tutorial. Tin. 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 And Milu. Alright. So all we got is tin deposits here. Which I can't remember if the map tells us that. Yeah, there we go. 6 tin deposits. Whereas the lakes, tin and lead. I guess I could go and unlock these. They're not cheap. Too far away. Okay, so the Tablelands has copper. Right away, travel. Free trade. Trade agreement. Oh, do I need the marketplace? Maybe I need the marketplace. Because I'm assuming, like, can I just build here? So we're still highlighting those things. Because I thought people... Yeah, so they have a village here. Yeah, this is grayed out. I'm not allowed to build here. Okay, but some of the other policies will be. But they... Okay, there we go. They have a copper deposit with the smelter. Okay, so they are doing copper stuff. So what I'm guessing... is there a key, Kerzovan, to cycle between locations? Like... If I'm somewhere else and I want to go back to my settlement, my primary one, like, can I hotkey these or tab cycle? Doesn't come up very much, but it would be nice. So yeah, I think what I need to do is get the marketplace up, which I'm assuming is under this category, and it's probably ridiculous that I've gone so long. Also, some people do want the tap room. Let's build this right next to our little community center. Hopefully you don't need anything weird. No, we can produce all this, so that's good. Yeah, I guess that's it. Build a marketplace and then buy 1 copper bar. Yeah, you still have this. All right, I'll accept. I don't know if we'll have the cereal grain to sell it to you. Maybe at some point we will. Cycle quickly. Honestly, I really think that if we have some other unemployed people, they can really go and just work in there. I don't know if I'm gonna... Anyone else low workload? No, no one's low workload right now. Furniture, and you're sitting at your max. There's nothing that consumes furniture right now, but it's fine. Then Tufang might get an extra job. Tufang does live over here. There we go. Tailor's workshop. Surprised Tufang isn't showing up as a super low workload. I wonder if Tufang, if you're busy helping with construction, that's why your workload is looking really high. Because I'm assuming... I'm going to go ahead and just allocate you over here, Tufang, because I'm assuming you're going to have some downtime. Okay, so I think we can go and trash this, which will also create some unemployment temporarily. Oh, see the light of day. Have your first baby. Wait. Oh, the 2 children we had, did they come as an immigrant wave or maybe as an event? Maybe the event of the lady who wanted the clothing. Maybe it was that. So this might be our first, like, regular baby. frags, which might be slightly pending on things happening here. Achievement! Trading Nation. Build a marketplace and trade with another faction. Okay. It's interesting it's not waiting for the copper bar. Do I, like, randomly have one for some reason? Did I get one as a reward? But, okay. Trade. Okay, you'll need employees. So... I'm guessing... Ooh. Sell over, provide over. Marketplace will provide this item internally as long as we have more than the set threshold. Request until. Request internally from our other marketplaces on other maps. Buy until. So this is sort of what I'm looking for. It's like, I don't know. We'll buy until we have 1 copper. Okay, so that's our little sliders over here. Okay, I can drag here, but not on the other screen. Just do this technically, even though... Oh no, trade relations is still there. Have a copper bar. So... how much is it? Okay, they're 20 bucks each. So we could buy up to 4 right now before we get stopped. But the other thing I can do is look to sell things. I don't know if selling branches is particularly great way to go about things. We could sell some of the extra clothes. We could sell poop. I don't think poop is an option. But we could do something like, if we've got over 100 mushrooms... Oh, achievement, prepared. Finish the tutorial. Oh, okay. If we've got over 100 mushrooms... Or no, if you've got over 300 mushrooms, sell a few. Okay, event. Prosperity, make sure it's going well. Flourishing future. Elian stands next to you on the hill, and you look out over your thriving settlement. The basic needs are now taken care of. I'm proud of you. Continue to make sure the people are well and lead your settlement into a prosperous future. Reason to celebrate. In the evening, the tables are set out on the streets, and the whole village plays music, feasts, laughs, and dances. It's not until late at night that the last of the inhabitants goes to bed with a smile on their face. The celebration will be remembered for a long time to come, and more immigration is possible. Well, I mean, we'll need more houses for it, but we do have some empty jobs, so... Colton's, WPG guy, Chromosphere, The Stitches. Okay, let's hold off on that, and let's get their house up. Can we build the big cabin? Right, I still have the issue with, like, the copper material here. Maybe I'll go with one more small cabin. Can I just tuck it in here? Sure, let's do that. Maybe we can fit some big cabin. Well, I guess the big cabins were the same size. Do any of these increase our capacity? Wood used. Yeah. Don't use as much wood for heating. You can sleep faster. The pet space. Okay, no, that's all the same. Oh yeah, we could sell... That's true. Why don't we turn around and sell the furniture? Is it under equipment? Nope. Materials? There's the furniture. There you go. We have more than one. Sell it. Okay, so we can buy copper. I mean, I could go and tune the raw copper amount over here. Because then we can just craft our own bronze parts. Or potentially we could just buy them. They're more expensive. Creates goods out of metal bars with the help of wood. And we know we can do tin on our map too. So, okay, presumably though, hold on. I can smelter for tin. And at least start getting some tin bars. They are pretty far away. These little mining spots. Let me turn myself so that I'm facing north. It'll make it a lot easier for me to navigate here. Well, that is... Okay, that's that one. Right there. That's really far away from our town. Over here is closer, I suppose. So. Okay, put it there. Turn off the map. There's the... So I can't build on the ramp, but the other ramps look like they have roads. Maybe they automatically change their graphic to match? It is a hike out there. So, logistically, what does that mean? Like, we can put a house out there so the people live nearby, but if they need to grab food, are they going to hike all the way into town every day to go and get food? It's going to eat up all of their time. I could put another campfire out there, but at a certain point, like, starts to feel like I'm building an entirely separate town. But I can just, yeah, you can point. We could just expand in general out here. We'll build another little forester's setup over here to chop down all these trees. Might be room to set up some more farming in this area. But it feels like it's probably fine for me to put the copper and bronze forge. I mean, copper and tin is how you make bronze, right? Let's assume that this is all stinky and polluty, so we can build it heading out towards some of the mining. I'll put it on this corner right here. And we might just end up continuously buying the copper bars and then updating them to something else. But we'll see what we can do with the tin. Go, that's up. We have one unemployed, which is currently fine because we have all the little construction. No material needed for this, just some workers. I wonder if I should farm the other side here. I think I'm going to get rid of the fishery. I mean, I might rebuild it, but I don't want it there. It's very awkward, and then what I can do is extend the road, and then extend the road out over here too, and that feels good. Yeah, get the granary and things set up. Yeah, I'm hoping we don't need the root cellar if we have the granary. Maybe they're not the same. Oh, sweeping station. Keep things clean. That's nice. A shrine. You know, we can build a tap room. It is time. I'll build it. Maybe facing outwards here. Ooh, I don't like that the roofs don't line. Here no, they don't. Maybe I do this. Just across. Sure. We'll get a tap room officially set up. But yeah, there's the guild house with more complex... What does that mean? Okay, I can tuck it in here. Go. The granary is where we store old ladies. Ah, so funny. Rum Bottom, Profane Banana, welcome. Sorry you don't have a house yet. Want some extra workers to help out with some of the construction. And there'll certainly be some jobs waiting for you soon. Still need the better kitchen, too. You know what I'm going to do? The Stitches, I'm going to fire you from here. I'm not going to employ anyone in the smelter currently. It's weird that it is a smelter and not a mine, but it's mine and smelt. I'm going to leave this not being worked at the moment because I want all the roads to get built first. I'm going to lower the priority on the Bronze Forge, too. Okay, yeah, that should work. place is still doing things. Might need a second one of these. I don't know, kind of waiting for like the better stone building. Although I don't know how well we're on our way to our tier 4. All right, we're gonna tap works. Practical clothes. Okay, that's probably the new tailor. Oh, and they do want to pursue the faith. Okay. You make practical clothes? Yes. And that gets made rough rags plus basic clothes plus grass. Okay, that is not going to be the easiest to, like, chooch all the way down. Wonder about getting some extra workers there, too. But yeah, people also want a shrine, huh? How big is this? Oh, it's tiny. Oh, I can really tuck it in here? Oh, that's lovely. I mean, we might need, like, a bunch spread out, but I love the idea of just tucking that in. Oh, you need pottery and bread and a copper bar. Okay, that is not nothing. Money's going up, though. That's nice. Upgrade barn for more wool. Oh. Comfort. Oh, yes, that's right. I want to get more animals in here. Yeah. Tell you what, we'll have 2 jobs up. So this should, once these deliveries happen, should fit more sheep, which should keep more milk and more wool going. And the wool is going to be nice for the tailoring and keeping that up. Yeah. So do they leave? They do leave the little stumps, yeah. So these will regrow. I mean, I guess it would still potentially be nice. Anywhere there's a blank. Can I tell at a glance? Okay, so the yellow ones already have one. Like, the ones that are highlighting with, like, light already have stuff. Okay, we'll plan on throwing some extras in here. Because presumably this is just going to keep up more constant growth. Or maximum density. I don't know. There you go. This is not plus 50%. Like, this capacity... I don't know how they're mathing this, but... these numbers are clearly wrong. Actually, it feels more like our max capacity was actually 6, but we're operating on a minus 50% capacity without running the upgrades. And this is just canceling this out and bringing us to 100%. I'm kind of wondering if this is secretly how the... not secretly, but like sort of in the background how this is actually working. Because it doesn't make sense. If our capacity was 3 and we're adding 30% and we're adding 20%, how are we at 6? Yeah, I would do it that way. Garrett, thank you very much for the super like over on YouTube. Hockey question. Oh boy. Do Canadians root for other Canadian teams to win the cup once their team is knocked out, since it's been so long since the Canadian team won? Yes, absolutely, certainly. That definitely is the thing. I have my own heuristic that I've talked about before, because I sort of enjoy hockey, but I'm not a hockey watcher. I do tune in a lot of times during the Stanley Cup playoffs, although I don't think I've caught any of it this season. But my heuristic when I happen to catch a hockey game and I'm trying to decide which team to root for is like a series of questions that sort of add score to one versus the other, weight it one way versus the other. For example, if one team comes from somewhere where there's actual snow and ice, and the other team is like from goddamn Florida or Las Vegas or something, then I'm going to root for the place that actually gets snow and ice. You know, that's one thing. And there's a bunch of different criteria like this. Original 6 teams get some votes. But yes, being Canadian definitely gets an extra push there. And I suspect I'm not alone in that, generally speaking, in Canada. And of course, then it gets even more weird because, like, there have been times in the playoffs where it's a Canadian team against an American team, but the American team has more Canadians on it than the Canadian team does. And you're like, I'm so confused. Man, these guys chop down trees fast. Is there an upgrade for, like, helping things regrow faster? All right, more storage. Oh, which eats furniture. Haha. I don't know that we need more storage. Collection speed +5. Well, a lot of the collection speeds were +1. Now, I don't know what a +1 versus a +5 does, but this is +5. Needs an iron tool. Carry space. Processing. Process goods. Yeah, I don't know if I'm really craving these upgrades. And I think these people are going to be spending some amount of time idle because a lot of these numbers are staying capped, but that's okay. You got that. No goods available in range. I wonder if is there any chance you just don't have... No, you just don't have any wool. Okay. Surprised this road hasn't been built up. I guess we don't have... Well, we do have 2 unemployed people. You don't need material to build the mud road. And people have definitely been able to walk up here. I guess it looks like they're busy over here. They're probably carting various goods around. They're just busy with other things. Okay. When was the last time that a Canadian team won the cup? I know Montreal won it in the early to mid 90s because I was in Montreal when it happened. There were riots. I was in grade 7 on a school field trip. We got to see cars on fire. It was really exciting as a kid. I'm sure our teachers were crapping themselves. Hey, Monk says, I think it was Montreal 93. That was last time. There you go. So, yeah, I was in Montreal the last time any Canadian team won the cup. Is Toronto still the team that has, like, the biggest budget? Like, they spend the most on their players and everything? And, you know, rarely make the playoffs? Oh, these are rats! I like how their needs are being so well met. Habitat, don't want to be alone, healthy. Like, this is great. None of this needs to exist in a game at all. This is just programmer having programmer fun. There's a reason there's so many games that are like this. First of all, a lot of people like to play them. But this is the sort of thing that's really fun to program. Building all these little systems, watching your little agents go around, running around doing things. Like, base building games are fun. Building base building games is its own form of fun. Do. 2 unemployed. Still waiting for some stone to be delivered there. I do wonder if we should have a second one of these. We don't need more storage space. I guess I could use some of the stone to increase the processing speed itself. But I think I should probably have done this a million years ago. We'll get another one of these over here. We'll just build it, yeah, well, on the closer to town, but up on this little ridge. Let's up the priority here. Yeah, we need more cats to eat more rats. That's what we need. Simple stonemason is done. The stitches is going to go work here. And yeah, we'll give you the increased processing. Use your own stone to make more stone more faster. Whoosh! Is what? Oh my god. Is it because I put this drone down first? Do they do construction based on placement, not distance? I think they're spending all their time walking out here to touch the road once, and then like, man, I am so tired from all this walking, and then they run all the way back home. What we should do is cancel all the road and just restart building it from the other side. Well, some of it got built. That's good. Okay. Because, like, if the road was there, they get there faster. Yeah, how are we going to work these mines? At some point, we do unlock another tier of road, but we don't have it yet. Yeah, we're waiting for some stone. All right, so I'm happy I got the extra stone one. Liv, you're just... Yeah, you're secondly working there. You know what? I'm going to say your workload's probably 100% on the stone here. I'm just going to get rid of you from the potters. And the stitches, you're only working this one. And the pottery thing, I will go and add a second vacant opening here. Send the children the yearn for the mines. Yeah, there's mine there, but yeah, those were the closest ones. Wow. I mean, if we just kind of expand our town over here, get some housing, then they'd live a little closer. Maybe another food generating place. I don't know, man. Turn on a mine to the left here. There's there. And then way down here we got another mine. And then there was some over here. Yeah. There's two. Where's my camera? Oh yeah, no, the closest two are over here, right? Here's my town. Closest two mines are here. It's these two. Everything else is farther away. Guess we do need another house, but I kind of want to let some of this other construction. Well, mostly it's stone. Although I think the houses need stone as well, so. Oh shoot, it's after 3. Yeah, I do have to stop. Again, I got some conflicting schedule stuff going on this weekend. Again, there's not going to be a RimWorld for a couple of days, unfortunately, though there will be some Liberal Crime Squad coming at you. I think I got 2 episodes scheduled for tomorrow, and I think 2 episodes scheduled on Monday as well. So I'm still having so much fun with that game. But the RimMart game is not over, and in fact, there were some great suggestions. I think maybe in YouTube comments as well, but also we had a conversation on Discord. In the hospitality mod, which is our whole basis for like our theme for this run, you can tweak how much money people show up with. The default value is basically show up with just enough money to basically buy meals and things, I think. And realistically, that's not the setup. People should be showing up with enough money to buy, you know, all their goods from our big box store here. And so someone reminded me that that was a setting that we can play around with. Hello, Guildhouse. And so that's something we're going to look at. We could tie it into various like in-game activities, like us doing advertising or something like that. Something happens, and then we keep boosting up the amount of money people can show up with hospitality. But yeah, the problem is we have all these great goods, and no one can afford any of them because they don't show up with enough cash. So that's what we'll do, because thematically it will make a lot of sense. So this Guildhouse, no employees yet. Oh! Optimize commute time. Optimize the journey from home to work. Swap sleeping spaces if necessary. The routes are being optimized step by step. Okay. Okay, so this is working on its own. So this is slowly going to shuffle people where they live. Because, like, we built the house here, right? This small cabin, and the hope was that people who worked maybe at the carpenter's workshop, but also at the stuff up here, would live there. And in fact, we do need some more houses in this area. That's cool. Okay, and then when we build our housing over here, I was wondering about that. But these other things, educate children. Train personnel work more efficiently, especially in demanding tasks. However, the training takes some time, during which people are not available as workers, but they do help out in the workshops from time to time. Ideally, it takes 6 years. Far-reaching should be considered interesting. I wonder if we turn this on, if it turns on a need for employees. Educate adults. Work specialization. Maximum of 1 job per person. Make sure you have a well-developed city and enough workers to afford specialization. Most communities need their people to be flexible. Decision is far-reaching. Okay. Now, what I would hope is this doesn't just turn off the multiple job thing, because I could just simply not assign people to more than 1 job. Assigning people to more than 1 job is something I have to do quite intentionally. I'm hoping that by doing this, it gives them a boost to their efficiency, but it doesn't say anything about that. Like, I assume that there's a difference between turning that on and me going over here and doing this. But I don't know. Hospitality, only ever notice them buying food or drugs. Maybe you need another mod to make the shopping work. Anyway, we'll see. So, because this is very tempting to me, maybe we don't do it now. Maximum percentage children, set a retirement age. Okay, we're going to leave that be, especially since we're ending the stream now. But that's fascinating. And there's clearly a lot more left to this game. I mean, even when we, like, cap out at level 5 here. We're still going to want to just develop and build the town because that's quite interesting. I mean, I don't know. Maybe, we've been playing for about 3 hours and we were a little slow because we're figuring some things out earlier. Maybe it's normal for you to finish a campaign of this in 4 or 5 hours. Or maybe even getting those unlocks, maybe just getting to that level is going to be a huge amount of work and require you to interact all over the map. And then even getting to that level, maybe there does feel like there's tons of other stuff to do. I don't know. All I can say so far, this was very enjoyable. It did, of course, help that I did get a free code for this. But it is cheap. It's 40% off right now. The base cost is 32 Canadian buckaroos. Okay, I was thinking the base cost was the 1950, which what it's currently on for. I mean, 32 Canadian buckaroos ain't that much anyway. This is very lovely. I've really enjoyed my time doing this today. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Thanks everyone coming out. Karis, thank you very much for coming out, the developer, over in the chat and answering some questions. That was really handy. Our next live stream is scheduled for Monday. Right now, the plan is probably to go back to Stellaris. We've got a campaign going there. Would not surprise me if we see more of this on the channel, but I think the plan for Monday is still going to be Stellaris for now. I would love to send it over to A Kiss for Luck right now, but unless they've decided to start early today. And oh, they have. Oh, Rhino's streaming some Steel Derision over there right now. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and raid A Kiss for Luck's channel, and I'm gonna see all y'all on Monday. For currently the plan is Stellaris. Oh, new Planet Crafter coming out on Monday. Oh man, why is there always so much good stuff? Damn this period of plenty. Terrible. Bye bye.